Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 46 of Aneria, the Shattered Realm.
Hello.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, hang on. I got something for this. Welcome, everybody. We are so glad to have you tonight. Did you say hello, children?
Yeah.
I just caught up to
She was talking to us.
Oh, yeah, she was.
No, I was like, I don't know.
I should have... The literal yay was right below the...
Yay!
But we're so glad to be back, and we're happy for you to join us. This is going to be a very fun session tonight, hopefully. Scott said that he came upstairs to go see if I wanted to do something, and saw me furiously typing away and just backed out of the room.
You know, Cory said it was the gif of the guy that types so fast he wears his own arms down and there's blood flying everywhere. Yeah, and I just went...
Just gonna
back
you
away
wanted to
and
be out of shot for the blood splatter. No, thank you.
But if you are enjoying this content so far, which you are, I'm calling it.
Still here?
Yeah.
Are we gaslighting you right now?
Yes, we are. That's the only way we can get them to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, we love this.
You did just like, comment,
you did.
and subscribe.
Exactly. And don't forget to join our Patreon. That is the best way to help us out and get us all this sweet new gear and continue making amazing content for you. Plus, you get bonus content. 2 episodes early. There's some fun stuff in the pipeline that we're working on. 2
days early for episodes.
Yes.
Not 2 episodes early. Just to clarify.
Yeah, so it's a good time. And then, of course, thank you to Syrinscape that you heard at the beginning of this episode. I should have done that one at the beginning. They provide wonderful sound effects. They're not a sponsor, but we do love them. And maybe one day they will be a sponsor. Who knows?
Perhaps.
Also, we are close to 5,000 subscribers.
So close.
So close.
No.
So tell your aunt, Marjorie. Specifically, if you have an Aunt Marge, tell her that she needs to subscribe.
We need 34 more.
But let's use like a more common name, perchance. If you have an aunt,
Margarine.
Karen.
No.
I'd rather not get the Karens involved.
See, that's how many we have. You can't really see it, but we need
34 more.
if you... Preston and I are now fuzzy.
Yes.
That's
wonderful.
fine.
No, you're all right.
You're
I turned the autofocus off.
Okay. If
If you're fuzzy,
you
it's
have-
because you guys are feeling kind of fuzzy.
Always am. Always
I
will.
honestly am. Not from drugs or alcohol. Just
You're high on life.
yes.
That's what lack of sleep is called.
See, the white eyes made me think that you were...
Gaslit again. If you've just been gaslit, leave a flame in the comments. I'll be the first to comment.
Well, now I feel bad.
No.
I feel terrible.
No, I am high on life. Thank you.
Gaslighting complete.
What just happened?
It's called master manipulation, and as a DM, that is what I'm good at.
I thought you were going to say a completely different word. I don't know why.
It's called.
It's called.
We're not that type of channel.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that was like, whatever. Okay, well,
the
you know
DM.
why. It's
Oh,
me.
perfect. I love this episode already. We're going to go ahead and start tonight with a brief recap of what happened last time. Yep, you can check it out there. But basically, the party...
Emperor returns.
Yes.
All other dragons fleeting. We're invited to stay as guests, while everything, including our reward, are being sorted out. We got runes of healing,
Yeah. You guys
which
went
we can do as a
shopping.
bonus action to heal someone else. 2, they're superior, greater, and regular. Side note. Ephira asks us to visit with the Emperor. The Emperor grants all of us a boon. Fred chooses scrying. Victor chooses Feet of the Golden Dragon. Bolt chooses the harp.
He picked
Wait,
the feet.
harp? Arps?
Harp.
What does that say? When... I have no idea what this means.
Not the only
When
one.
being charmed.
Which recaps do you like better,
fears.
Eve's or Fred's? Leave a comment.
Harp. I don't know what that second word is.
It's basically a harp. It's a
about
magical harp.
being charmed.
Yes.
Emperor also gives Fred some Crocs.
Yep.
Victor too.
Crocodile
Made out of
Crocs.
real crocodile skin.
I found some pics. Don't worry. Bolt talks to the Emperor about sharing magic with his people. Our airship arrives. We go to dinner with Aphira. Carnuth is there.
Carnuth is there.
Anyway, Aphira and Carnuth decide to come with us. We got inspiration, leveled up.
Yep.
Did I miss it? What did I miss?
There was one little part that you missed, one little pinky finger that you missed. Specifically, Victor chopped off a piece of a pinky of a woman that Carnuth had given his sword to.
He restored Carnuth's honor.
Yes.
It's a good story.
Yeah, there is a short story where you get to learn a little bit more about that character that Victor completely shamed, I guess.
No, he had to reclaim Carnuth's honor.
Mm-hmm. And then also,
he just would have had to kill him.
Also, behind the scenes, we did.
It's honorable.
We did have Victor plant something in the palace, right? You said you wanted to specifically do that, but we kind of forgot about it at the time. That would be the Baba Yaga's splinter, the second
courtyard,
splinter.
Somewhere in the courtyard.
So you got one more that you need to plant in Arkonis, and you are on your way out of Arkonis, actually. And that is where we're going to pick up with the party traveling. It's a pretty easy flight. There's there's not anything that comes up and attacks you this time. You're pretty well into Alloy Alliance territory, and any sort of coup attempts have been thwarted, so the skies are pretty clear for you. And you managed to make it back to at Ardros. Yeah, the Bay of Ardros, with little to no issue.
So where did you plant the other one? The other one was in the...
Knave's Nook.
Knave's Nook,
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Or just outside of it.
And the other one is in the courtyard-ish. On the way to this other location that seems semi-far enough away, is there large mountains that we're going to be flying past that I might be able to find?
A lot of Arkonis is steep mountain ranges, so there's always a mountain in sight.
I want to go find the tallest mountain.
Steeps?
Yes.
The tallest mountain that I can, and see if I can slip away while we're flying and just use my broom, go drop it, and I want to go plant it somewhere on the tall peak.
I keep telling Victor, the bathroom is very well soundproof. He doesn't need to fly away to do his business.
He had to prep that for 6 months by pretending he always left. Because that's what a good rogue would do, is they would prep it well in advance to fool people.
It's true. I was screaming in there the other day for more toilet paper.
Nobody
brought me any.
Oh, is that what that was? I'm so sorry. I did not realize that needed toilet paper. I will make sure it's well stocked next time.
It's got a whole wall full of it.
Yeah. You get in there, it's just wall-to-wall toilet paper.
There's strips hanging from the ceiling, ready to go.
Yeah, and just imagine it when you go to the bathroom, that the silverware follow you like kids going to the bathroom, and you close the door for some privacy, but they're just sitting on the outside hey, are you in there?
The knives are able to slide underneath.
Yeah. Mom! Not to mention Abe Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
The separation anxiety.
But yeah, if there's anything else that you would like to do in Arkonis, now is the time. But otherwise, I think we can move on a little bit. When you get to the bay, Aphira does ask for a day's reprieve so that she can go visit the Glimmering.
Oh, Nyrod, yes.
Yeah, good old Nyrod, because they are pen pals, so she wanted to just say hi while she was in the area.
That's cute.
Has Victor come back this time?
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of was just a 10-minute fly away when you guys were flying over the mountains.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find just what's the trees? Is it just desolate? Jagged peaks, or is it
there's some scrub brush
trees
in there and everything, but not much.
You go to the tree line.
Yeah, he'll just go he'll go right on the top of the mountain, and he's gonna pull a scrat and hit it in. Nothing possibly could cause this to break the mountain in half and destroy all the cities and towns around it or anything. But he'll plant it up there and then come back.
Then when that final splinter has been planted in, you get a nice little sense of warmth from the Baba Yaga.
A warm cackle in your head.
A job well done. Another caramel candy appears in your pocket. Yep.
Shows up.
I love these.
That's the main reason to get in with the Baba Yaga is the free old person candy.
Except this one, instead of the Werthers, it's the The little strawberry candies.
Oh, those are the worst.
When you
That's when you do
remember,
bad.
they are Werthers because she breaks the fourth wall for them.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So, Victor, was it number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5? Which we're not supposed to talk about. Number 5 is illegal throughout all of Aneria.
But I planted one. So
We're in
one.
Arkonis, so what's number 5?
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Oh yeah, I was Benny. Do I get like paid for this,
Who?
John?
I thought you the
Does the
DM.
DM
No,
get paid for
you
this?
don't. Not at all.
But I would think that our...
Pay Cory in likes.
yes. I would think our company is payment enough.
All right. Yeah, cool.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you feel like you need to get paid.
John has no concept of any of that stuff. So,
Well, where's this coming from?
well, I don't know. You guys talked about gold and stuff before, and I just don't know how to get it.
Gold is only worth however you value it. You know what I'm saying? So, for example,
So how do you value it?
At 475 scale.
Yes. What is the current conversion rate?
We'll just keep it at that.
Let's see. What's something that you appreciate or enjoy?
Sweeping.
Well, we will pay you in free sweeps.
So you're already paying me then.
Yes.
Okay.
Victor will walk over to the nearest
Suckers.
bucket.
Suckers.
He's going to go to the nearest bucket and he says, and as a bonus, and he's going to try and sleight of hand to just get some of the mop water. He'd be like, if you want, I've got some water from one of the highest peaks, made from the glacial something.
Give me
The glacial something.
Give me a sleight of hand and then a deception check, please.
Sleight of hand, I rolled a 4, but it's not a natural 1. And I have a plus 20.
Yeah,
so
no.
20, 24.
You're right there. You almost choked on your drink.
I'm glad I wasn't drinking.
And then deception, you said?
Yes.
I rolled even worse. That's a 2 for deception.
But I have a plus 30 in that one.
But I have a plus 12, so 14?
14? Yeah. Ooh. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah. He takes it from you and he just downs the whole thing.
Is lion so poisonous? Is he going to be hurt by this?
Probably.
And he just goes, interesting, that tastes like the mop water that I drink all the time.
Who knew you were a man of such taste?
You know we have fresh water in the galley, right?
Yeah, I don't like that. It's too clean.
Not enough cilantro in it.
Yeah. Cilantro. Yeah, it's like I like a little grit with my water.
So I like my men. A little grit, you know?
I think you like your men on Eagleback.
Don't bring him up, John Broomsman.
I'm sorry. Don't dock my pay.
Careful.
That's it. No mopping for a week.
We're on thin ice.
Right. Okay. I'll get back to flying the ship then. Except for we're docked right now, but I'm just gonna go pretend to fly the ship.
Go restock the TP.
Pedal to the
Right.
metal,
Yes.
Captain.
Yeah. Yeah. So one more day in Aldros isn't too bad. You guys can spend a night. You can go back and visit that orphanage if you want to. You know?
Would love to.
Yep.
Fred would love to.
They definitely remember you. Although, yeah, you were wearing the crown at that time.
Yeah. Pardon me.
Oh.
Any orphans for sale?
No, still no orphans for sale like that. Like.
Oh, I'm sorry. Adoption.
Yes, the process. Like we can get the process started if you'd like.
Well, can I inspect them first? I mean, see my options?
Well, yes, of course. That is line up for inspection, kids. Like it's an orphanage. Yeah, there is a bunch of scrawny, underfed, dragonborn, kobold, and well, actually, not any kobolds.
Are we with you at this point?
That's up to you guys.
Or okay.
Yeah,
Mom,
I'll
I
go
want
with
to
it.
show you this.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's just like an eclectic choice. Most of it's dragonborn. There's some humans, half elves, elves, that kind of thing, but not too many.
Have any of them had battle experience?
No, are you planning on taking them into battle?
I mean, they're like twice my age when I got my first blade. What's wrong with them?
Precisely.
Are they rejects?
Are they defective?
I feel sorry for your childhood.
I'm sorry if you're an orphan. I don't really mean this. This is Victor being a douche.
We love all orphans.
Yeah, what age did you get your first knife as an orphan?
I mean,
Right.
this one's like, I don't know, 14? How old are you, kid?
12?
Oh, he's really tall for his age. You should pick that one.
Yeah,
Kind of reminds me of you.
I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable with all of this. I think I should have
We
you
would make
leave.
excellent parents. Can't you see?
No, definitely
I
not.
am
Victor's
Winifred.
going to pull out a bag of like
Dragons.
2,000 gold. How comfortable do you feel now?
You
You could buy more orphans.
okay. At this point that I need to step away from my role as a character and ask, how serious are you about buying a bunch of orphans?
Well, hang on. Huddle. Group. Family huddle.
All right,
Okay.
hold that thought.
What? Why are we here again?
I'm raising an army bolt.
That
Question
one
for you.
Literally.
squad commander in the short one.
I
I can tell
have
in their
never...
eyes.
I have never raised a child.
Clearly.
Are they difficult?
They're like mini versions of you.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Sorry. That means they're pretty difficult. I'm sorry, Fred, but you are kind of difficult. We still love you, but you are a little difficult.
I mean, look at it this way. If you're difficult to kill, that's probably what he means.
Yes! Difficult to kill?
I mean, they're children. They're probably not that hard to kill.
Have you ever seen... How many bad guys do you think...
How many 10-year-olds do you think you can beat in a fight?
How many times
All at
has
once
your
or one at
dad
a
ever
time?
defeated a child? Besides you and your brothers.
Are you kidding me? Look at me. I survived. How about this? A sparring match. Me and the orphans. Whoever wins gets to come home with us.
I don't feel...
Let's leave this up to the orphans.
Hold on, Fred.
All of the orbits are like backing away slowly, like they're very terrified.
Have you thought about this? How soon do you want to fight your father?
Well, I have to build the army first. That's why we're here.
Right. Say you had an army available to you. How would you want to fight him right away?
Have you been hiding an army from me, Bolt?
Maybe. I don't know what happens inside my stomach.
I have an idea that involves orphans and silverware. The kids won't have to fight at all. They just have to carry the silverware around.
But if you want an army fast, children are probably not the best way to do this. They take many years to grow up.
This is true. How many of you are toilet trained?
A majority of them raised their hand. Most of them are probably over 5 at this point. So
Well, that was one problem off my list. How many of you are trained in either the dark arts, martial versatility, two-handed weapon wielding? Wielding?
All of them.
yeah, nobody's like.
You're right. They're useless, worthless. Let's go.
I don't know if they should be sad at this point or relieved.
We can find warriors elsewhere. Ones that we don't have to raise ourselves.
Okay. Last question.
Except for skeletons. That would be ones we'd have to raise ourselves. But
Wait, we can raise skeletons.
I've heard of it done, yes.
We've got to do that. Last question. Are any of you an actual dragon? Tell me the truth. Full-blooded dragon.
If you're a dragon, you have to tell me.
It's the law.
It's the law.
Yeah, there are no hands that go up at that particular instance.
All right.
All right.
Your loss.
There's an ancient dragon that's hiding in this orphanage. He's like, they almost caught me.
Sorry to get your hopes up, kids. Here, I'm gonna go over, pull the orphanage lady aside. Listen, you really need to get these kids educated. I'm going to give you 150 gold.
and you're going to go and find them a proper education in knife dancing. If you need someone, here is a name.
And he's going to give him contact information.
For someone
This is how you
For somebody in that
Yinny?
area.
What was her name?
Yeah.
Yinny?
He's over
The
here.
first
Yinny, blah,
lady?
blah, blah. Tell them I sent you.
Right. Thank you very much for your generosity. I'll make sure the kids are well educated.
Yes. Maybe you can set up like a... For tax purposes, I've heard that you can like make a trust or a charity in random people's names.
Right. Good day to you, sir.
Good day.
All right, let's
Don't let the
grab a bite
dragons
to
know
eat,
I
and
gave
then
you
we can
gold.
head back to the ship. I'll be right back. I walk over to her and I'm like, I am so sorry for all this. Here's another 100 gold. Please feed them more.
Yes.
They're very skinny.
Of course.
Much
Thank you
too
very
skinny.
much. Yes. Appreciate it.
We're going to accidentally.
That was the stomach growling.
Again, sorry.
We're going to accidentally do good.
So as you are walking away, heading towards your lunch.
We just gave her a lot of money, guys.
Yeah, that is.
Like,
That is
she's gonna leave the orphans
but-
and like go on a cruise or
To
something.
put it in perspective,
Like
Victor has 8,000 gold right now, and so for him it's just like
Yeah, pittance. So you guys are actually walking down the street towards your next destination when you hear a voice say, "Hey, wait up!"
Who was that? Am I hearing
so-
things again?
So one of the children.
You turn around and there actually is a young dragonborn, the 12-year-old, actually standing there, and he goes, "I want to come with."
Why?
You guys are fighting, right? I want to fight.
I like this one. He's got spunk.
What's your name?
Let's not adopt someone, please.
Everybody just calls me Muck.
We already have
Yeah.
someone on the ship that's like a year old.
Well, he needs a sparring. He needs a sparring partner. Okay.
But you're 12.
Yeah.
That's older than John Broomsman.
By like 11.
Right, but
You have a 1-year-old on your ship.
yeah,
We
Okay,
have
he flies the
we
ship.
First of all,
he flies the
cool. Love that you have a ship.
ship. We have him clean too.
Wow, that's an impressive 1-year-old.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I want to come with. Is that cool?
What's your name?
My name's Muck. That's what everybody calls me, at least.
What is your profession?
Orphan?
Professional orphan.
Yeah. I mean, I
You have been paid for being an orphan, so I say
I have been known to, you know, take a thing or two if the mood strikes me.
You're a thief.
Pickpocket is the proper term.
That's
I
also a
really
thief.
like this one. He has things.
It's a subclass of thief.
How do you feel about subterfuge?
What? I don't know that word.
How do you like skullduggery?
I'm not familiar with that word either.
How do you like doing hood rat stuff with your friends?
We
Do you
sometimes
understand that
chase
one?
rats, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
That's cool.
Last
Very cool.
qualifying song from me. Do you sing any songs in the streets like the Newsies?
No.
It's a fine line.
I don't have a good singing voice.
Carrying the banner through it all.
All
No.
of those musicals.
Do you need me to carry a banner?
They're all lies.
I mean, potentially.
I'll need you to open the gates and seize the day.
You guys are pretty cool. You're a
Yeah.
little weird though.
Yeah, that's you'll get
We're
used to
very
it.
weird.
You'll get used to it.
You seem normal. I mean, except for being made of goo.
Right.
You
This
should
is just this body.
you should
My
see
other
their
body's
other
made
body.
of metal.
Tut tut tut, this is my orphan. Are you trying to steal him from me?
No, I was going to say, if he comes along, he's your responsibility, Fred.
Yes.
Don't let him die.
All right.
I can take care of myself. I
You,
don't.
you drive a
I-
hard bargain.
this
That'll
isn't-
be easy.
This isn't like a parent-child thing. I don't care about having parents.
No, I'm your commander. You are my
Commandee.
page boy.
We should probably figure
'Kay.
out like payment and stuff, like how much he's expecting and allowances and stuff.
Do
I
you
hear kids
accept
these days.
payment in sweeps?
What are sweeps? Is that like a new type of scale thing?
How about we
Kinda.
pay? We pay you in food and experience, and put a roof over your head.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I can make my own way. You guys are heading out, right? Like, out?
Wait. Are you in trouble?
No.
Where are your parents?
Don't know.
Oh, right, orphan. I forgot.
That's a sore subject.
That's
You are so
not-
insensitive.
I'm worried that I will accidentally
That was the other body.
mispronounce
This
your
was-
name
what was it?
and say a very bad word, which I've said at least 5 times today.
Well, I mean, That's my name. Well,
Okay.
Well, it's what people call me.
Why do they call you Muck?
Because I tell them to.
Why?
Because I don't like my real name.
What is
What
your real
is
name?
it?
We need to know in order to get back into an area. It's
just
part of the
the-
rules. Customs will want to know.
This is Grandpa Bolt.
It's Kittlefan Babanderous.
Kilfan Babanderous.
Kittlefan Babanderous.
That is the coolest name I've ever heard.
It's awful. It's long. It's stupid.
Kill
I'm a
It's a
Kittle-
very
Kittle.
strong
Fan.
name.
Fan.
Bananderbis.
Bananderbis.
Yes.
What should we
I
call
like
you for
it.
short?
Muck.
Banana.
Banana. Or
I'll
Kittle.
tell you what.
Or Kid.
What if perhaps he
Just
earns?
call him Kid.
What if he earns his name?
Ooh, yes.
So we all share a title. It's not really a family name. I know we all look very much alike, but we are all
We have
dragons.
the 7 foot tall, blue skinny guy, a dark skinned drow with bleach white hair, and a person made of clay, just kind of standing there with no real look on
Yeah.
their face.
Yeah, it's an awesome.
Yeah, we all
word.
look totally alike.
Yeah.
They're not awesome word. Yeah.
What a shocker.
Genasi with no social cues.
Look, I can work. They just don't like kids working around here.
Kid. Eh?
Sure, you can call me Kid, I guess.
Okay, kid, listen. Here's the deal.
Kill it,
You
kill
come
it.
with us, I will train you. And eventually, guess what? You are going to kill a dragon. Wait,
and then you'll be
what is he?
You'll be-
He's a dragonborn.
Okay.
then you'll be
Or is
Killfan's Banana Fist Dragon's Mane.
And yes, I did mess it up on purpose.
Banana fist, yes.
I mean, I don't really want to kill a dragon. They're kind of the
Okay.
cool guys around here. I don't know what you call them.
There's some evil ones.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, would cool dragons have died 3 different times?
You've each killed a dragon.
that's why we are the dragon's banes.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Like,
Do you want to be one, right? Kid Dragon's Bane.
I mean,
Kid Banana Fist Dragon's Bane. I forgot his name already. Kibble
Kittlefan
Bits.
Banana
Banana-
Kittlefin Bananderbis.
I gotta write it down.
Yeah.
Bananderfist.
Kittle?
Yep.
Spell for it.
KIDDLEFINBANDERBISS. Kittlefin Bananderbis.
Kittlefin Banander.
It's gonna be my only notes for this episode. Banana Fist.
Like,
That
who's
will be the
that?
name of this episode.
Present, sir.
Kittlefin Bananderbis.
All right. Well, if you're okay with being in danger, do we need to have like a contract or something about this?
I thought you were supposed to stay away from contracts. Write one up.
Perfect.
I don't.
I
Well,
Banana
hold on.
Fist.
If we let him come along,
Kid. Yeah.
is that kidnapping? Because
No.
we're not really doing the whole.
We just gave the whole orphanage 150 gold.
Also, I'm running away, so it's not kidnapping.
He's running away.
Aiding and abetting
I
a
don't know
criminal.
if the courts would agree with that.
Also, you're a child. Shush.
Yes, the adults.
Fine.
The older ones are talking.
You go fill out the paperwork with
Ooh.
the
I
orphanage.
love filling out
Listen,
paperwork.
how-
I think I saw some buttresses in there.
Why didn't you point it out earlier? As I'm like running away.
We don't have many beds. How do you feel about the Bjorn?
He's not riding in the Bjorn.
I don't know what that word means.
Oh,
Neither do
it's
I.
like a little baby carrier that's on Bolt's old body.
That sounds like a baby thing for babies, and I don't like that.
Oh, that's okay.
All right. Well,
We
you can
have
sleep
enough.
on the floor.
No,
We also have the toddler Bjorn and the young adult Bjorn. They're all different.
We could probably fashion Bolt's old body into a bed of some
So as you continue to work out how
The legs.
how this new kid will incorporate himself into your
How do
crew.
we just adopt somebody?
You have a cabin boy now, Scott. Every airship
We already
needs a
had
cabin
one.
boy.
John
John is not a cabin boy. He's the pilot.
Okay, he's a cabin baby.
He's the swabby.
I'm so excited.
We're starting the.
Is there going to be any issue with me
Neverland.
filling out paperwork for Kibbles and Bits Banana Fist?
He's the first lost boy.
Kittlefin Bananderbis.
The first lost boy of
i.e.,
many.
a.k.a. Mud.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Lost Boys.
Kid. Well, you can call him Kid.
Kid.
Yeah. No, there won't be any issues. If you come back and explain the situation, the matron's like, you're okay taking responsibility for him?
Oh,
They've been, like, trying to get rid of
actually, it'll be Fred. Fred Dragonsbane will be taking responsibility for it.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
I've already filled the paperwork out. We cannot be changed. That's like wrote her name in.
How did you get my signature on that?
Victor's actually
It's already
over-
notarized and everything.
Everything's all good. Yep.
I'm my own notary.
Victor
taught me.
Witness.
Victor actually forged her signature, brought it to you, and said that she signed it. You notarized it.
Since this is...
I will tell her, like, yes, we will definitely do our best to make sure that he does not die.
Yeah, I mean,
But
he's
we're going
getting
to
to
just-
that age where we would have to put him out into the working streets anyway.
You're
So.
going to kill him?
You're not here.
Barbaric!
Victor gets a shudder. I must go cut another finger off.
But yeah, everything's fine. You know,
What
as long
age
as-
do you normally put them out on their own?
About 14 or 15.
If they
is
go
when
out to pasture.
they say when
Beyond
they start
your
They go to a
age.
farm upstate.
we put them we find them an apprenticeship, a work apprenticeship, and but it's not usually like a high-end apprenticeship. It's more like
Can you tell me anything
Laborer.
about him?
You.
Because if I ask him directly, he's going to tell me he's the greatest kid in all of the orphanages.
he's a little bit of a troublemaker.
Oh, well, he'll fit in perfectly then.
You hear a sudden striking up in the other. It's a hard knock.
What did I tell you all about the singing?
As we're all sweeping.
Wait a minute, wasn't that one of Victor and Fred's requirements?
Yeah, he's a fine lad, except for he gets into a little bit too much trouble.
Now,
There's been a couple run-ins with the guards.
what is
that he's had to
his?
smooth over.
What is the story of his past? His backstory, if you will, about
As-
how did he come to your orphanage? And
As with most, his parents were part of the army. They were killed, and his nest was found, or his egg was found in the nest. And
so he never knew his
no,
parents.
we picked him up and raised him here.
Okay.
Also, since this is Torrey's child, Fred's child, what color of Dragonborn is this? What color are scales?
Ooh. I think he is blue.
Okay.
Like azure on top and
That's
like
just
baby
what I'm
blue on
getting.
his like
The
Like
vibes.
underbelly.
blue, blue, blue,
Like
blue.
That kind of blue.
blue. That
Like a navy blue?
Just like straight
Yeah.
up blue.
cerulean.
Cerulean.
Yeah.
So, new ward in tow. You picked up your Robin to the Batman, as it were. You arrive back on the ship.
Here's your standard issue Robin shorts you have to wear over your,
Yeah.
your regular pants.
It's
We can also
Lederhosen.
get you a Lederhosen, yes.
That's true, actually. That probably will be his uniform. Yeah. Right now, he's just wearing, like, the typical, like, very drab orphan clothes. He probably even has, like, the blinder cap or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. Doesn't really fit on his head too well, being a
No,
dragon.
the spikes, yeah.
Yeah.
He makes it work. And Ifira and Carnuth come back from their trip, and she glances over at this new child and goes, "I'm sorry, who is that?"
Oh,
Fred gave birth.
yes, this is my son. Kid.
"Not your son," he says.
He's my son.
"Right, okay."
Well,
She kind of
To be
glances over
fair-
at Bolt to, like, confirm that this is, like, good and everything's above board.
to be fair, and I actually hold up the paperwork, he is officially adopted by Fred.
You adopted a child.
Yes.
She's going to get one for every realm that we go to.
I'm so excited.
A kid in every realm.
This is gonna be this is gonna be our campaign 2 characters, our Fred's irregular.
What do you collect?
time-
Oh,
like a 10-year
curiosity
time
is
jump.
nice.
Yep.
How about you? Children.
Children.
This is gonna be the.
Well, I did say to start this episode.
Yep.
Hello,
You'll
children.
be the popsicle guy. Oh, children. From City
All right. after that little excursion, which I have written down muck here for later reference. Also, give me a little bit of praise for coming up with such a fantastic name on short notice. That was completely off the cuff.
Huzzah!
I almost apparently his name is very close to saying Brander in it, which is that's a little bit of a problem.
If you like that name, you want to praise Cory. Put a flame in the comments.
Sorry, you did like that, so put a flame in the comments.
You're putting a flame in the comments right now.
Yep. Then it's time to leave Arkonis officially.
I think we've left our mark.
Yep. The Wayward Wanderer breaks away from the landmass of Arkonis, leaving it behind and heading south towards...
Hit like the bubble and it does the whole...
Yeah. So what we're going to do, it's a 7-day journey. Scott, I don't think you need to roll... Oh no, you do have to roll for the Star Driver. So give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
It is a lower DC because you are more familiar with how it works now. Basically, you're just trying to navigate the Astral Plane. Also, it's not called the Star Driver. It's called something else, I'm sure.
It was a...
Oh, no, it was a Star Driver, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the helmet things.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 27.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to take you just the standard 7 days to get there.
Is it a helmet?
I think it's like an orally sphere.
Okay.
Kind of that... Yeah. Yeah. A lot of interesting little navigation tidbits.
Bop it.
Yeah.
Twist it.
It's a bop it. Yeah.
Bop it.
Yeah.
But it's the bop it extreme that's got like the 5 different ones on it.
Yeah, it's like a steering wheel looking one.
Yeah.
But it's also someone glued a whole bunch of gears to it. It wasn't me, that's for sure. To make it look all steampunky.
Yeah. So for the first few days of your journey, let's see if you come across anything interesting. How about that? Also, if there's anything that you would like to do while you're traveling through the stars, you got about a week of
not unless we see another
time
abandoned asteroid with that like a house on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Or anything interesting that we see.
Let's see here.
Space birds.
If I find a kid just wandering around, I'll teach him self-defense. Just make
he's-
sure he's up to par.
It's definitely everyone's got a job on the ship.
Yeah. And
Hey, kid.
all like he tries to do the cleaning one day, and John walks up and yanks the broom out of his hand, and walks off.
He's really touchy about his brooms, man. Like, you don't touch the brooms. But hey, if you want to learn,
If he ever
some
gets married, is
self-defense-
that he's gonna have a bunch of broomsmen instead of groomsmen?
100%.
It'll be mixed. So, some guy's gonna be standing there holding 2 brooms. He's got I'm the best man. These are the best brooms.
I now pronounce you and mop, man, man in life, man and mop,
Man and mop.
Anyway,
So yeah, you guys spend a little bit of time training Muck up on the usual kind of.
some basic ship stuff.
He doesn't do the cleaning, but he does
I do
do
want to
like
clarify. This is kind of like this because this makes me uncomfortable. Otherwise, we're not going to force him to be our child slave.
No.
He's definitely he's like, hey,
he absolutely wants to be.
okay.
Yes,
all
like he takes to this kind of stuff
We're not
quickly.
gaslighting.
He's not
right?
no.
He wants to be.
Yeah, he wants to be. It's my character. I can say what I want about him. That's not gaslighting. That's just characterization. He definitely wants to be here. No, he was very much excited when you got on the ship, and it's not the usual kind of he's acting like a lazy kid that you have to push to do something. He's very much coming up and being like, "What can I do?
He's not going
How
to stay
can I
in
help?"
his room all day and play with the Switch.
No.
Which is just actually a stick that he cut off a tree.
Yep. Before you guys left.
Switch!
He's just smacking the.
He'll probably galley work.
So
That's what he
He has
takes
the
to.
eagerness of the kid from Planet Treasure Planet.
Yes. The silverware has never looked so shiny because he's polished it all.
The
and
peak.
everything.
Peak of American animation for that year.
Say, kid,
Titan AE's up there.
Yeah, Fred.
you can call me Mom.
No, I won't. Thanks though.
Okay, we'll work on that. Do you want to try something fun with me?
Like what?
Want to try and spy on someone?
Okay. Yeah.
That sounds fun, right?
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun actually. Yeah.
Fred wants to try out scrying.
Okay. So your You have an orb, right? Is what it is? So, who are you looking to scry upon?
Listen, here's what I'm thinking. I'm over it now, but I kind of want to spy on my ex. We hate him.
Who is he?
Well, his name is Liam. And we had a brief relationship. He rides a Thunderbird. It's really cool.
That is really cool.
I know.
You mean like Gearhawk down in the hold?
Yeah, I got Gearhawk. Bolt gave Gearhawk to me because...
I've polished him.
Thank you.
Yeah, he looks great now.
Including his back door.
His bird hole.
His bird hole.
Yes.
Kid, you are the best. Anyway, Liam kind of broke my heart. That's where Blinky came from.
Oh, I have not polished him yet.
Oh, don't. He could get an
He
eye
keeps like
infection.
approaching me like he wants to be.
Like spray the Windex.
I have to keep like pushing him away with my switch. Didn't think I'd make it canon, did you?
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's who Liam is.
Okay. So how do we do this? Do we just like?
I don't
Get a
even know how it
spyglass,
works. Does Fred know how it works?
You can kind of piece it together. Basically, the orb allows you to focus on the target. Basically, cast the scrying spell. So you can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you.
Orby in my
It would probably not work in the astral plane, then. Mm-hmm. Just because you are between
Can the
planes.
rules be slightly bent for it since it was all Aneria at one point?
No. Because then, like, I've been doing this with your helm of teleportation for a while.
I'm
now.
okay.
I know you are.
I'm okay not having the helm, but the scrying could be a different thing since it's like low-level
so
magic.
I think that
Should I just add that as a spell in here?
yeah, go ahead and just
Okay.
add scrying for now, and then I'll get you the actual item later once I actually get the items done.
It's not working, kid.
Have you ever done this before?
No, it's the first time.
Are you bad at it then?
I mean, maybe. Don't tell anyone.
Can I try?
Sure.
Okay. And he kind of like focuses a little bit, and he goes, "I could just see my reflection."
Oh, well, were you trying to spy on yourself?
No, I was trying to spy on Bolt,
Why?
just to see if it would work.
Should you spy on Bolt?
Yeah, let's go spy on Bolt. And he drops like he like throws the orb down onto the ground.
Whoa, kid. Look, I get this is not yours, but it's pretty special to me, so
But it doesn't work.
right now. But maybe I can get it to work eventually.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Besides, it's pretty cool, right?
I mean, as far as orbs go, yeah.
I just like
Top
to
10.
look into it sometimes. I really am beautiful, aren't I?
I've been meaning to ask you about the eyes. Not these eyes. Go wait.
Which eyes?
the
Blinky.
the crown.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, want to see something cool?
Yes.
I can
Always.
still see you. Hold up a finger. Or hold up a number.
he holds up a finger, all
one
right.
finger. You're holding up one finger. Yeah, you told me to.
Hold up a number with your fingers.
Okay.
I'll tell you how many.
Okay.
If you can't see that, Torrey just went and opened an eye to look. Because she doesn't actually have a crown of.
He holds up 3 fingers.
Holding up 3 fingers.
Then he drops one of them,
2,
and he puts the other one back up,
3.
and then he gives you the middle finger.
That's rude.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I know, right?
Is that all they do, though? Like, you just have extra eyes?
No.
How do you get extra eyes? Can I have extra eyes?
Well, I would let you try it on, but it won't come off. I've tried.
That's
It's like
Does that hurt?
connected. No, it kind of tickles sometimes, but
Huh.
it's kind of who I am now.
He pokes it with the switch.
Yeah.
Ta-ta!
Oh, sorry.
They're kind of testy, you know. They can do bad things to people.
Like, look at them?
No. Like,
Give me the old evil.
hurt them really bad.
Oh.
Do you know what spells are?
I mean, I know what magic is. what boy doesn't want to be magical?
You might have some magic in you. When we get to Aneria, it might manifest.
That'd be cool.
That would be
You
cool.
really think that's going to happen?
It's possible.
gonna have
You don't
magic.
really have any
I'm going to
magic.
get magic. I'm going to get magic. And he starts running down. And he runs up to Bull and he's like, Fred says I'm going to get magic.
I said maybe.
Oh,
Might
well,
manifest.
if you study hard enough and long enough, you can learn magic.
See?
Or if you talk to the right deities, they'll hook you up.
Do you
Yes.
know-
Do you know the Baba Yaga?
I could introduce you sometime.
Isn't she like a scary witch that eats children?
Yes.
Oh,
I didn't think about that.
yeah. Gotta keep kid away from her.
Yes. Well, children and
So,
candies that she
I don't know any gods. I don't know how to read, so I can't study.
You can learn.
I'll just wait till I get the magic power that Fred says I'm going to get in an area.
Well, doesn't always manifest to everyone.
Yeah, Fred seems confident, and he just walks off, not hearing anything else.
If
Do you know what?
if Fred
I
is
think I'm right.
if Fred is anything if not confident.
So the first 3 days or so, you get acclimated to the new kid. Ifira and Carnuth kind of get acclimated and enjoy the crew a little bit more. You know, it's sort of a more relaxed friendship now that there's not the threat of a looming coup hanging over your heads, that kind of thing. Ifira is definitely a bit nervous about the missing egg, but she doesn't like insist that we try and find it or anything. You know, she just kind of is just like, it's in the back of her mind. And everybody goes to sleep on the third night. John takes the evening shift so Bolt can study up in their room. Does Bolt sleep in this, Bonnie? I don't think they do. I think this is the same.
I still have the same. I have to like
have the same racials
at the rest.
Yeah.
But I don't have to. I don't sleep.
So everybody sleeps or relaxes for the evening. Like I said, John takes the late shift, and it's probably Bolt that comes up onto the top deck early in the morning.
It's only like 4 hours. So they have to
And
sentry mode. Or
they come up
call
to
it.
find John standing there staring at something at the helm, and there's a small glowing blue orb that kind of like flickers and floats in front of them, and their eyes are just kind of locked onto it. And when the orb kind of tilts to the left, John does too, and the wheel kind of tilts with him, and it kind of starts steering the ship one way or the other.
I reach out and grab my harp and it like material. When I touch it, it materializes, and I just hold on to it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk up and good morning, John. I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder.
Let me just look and see.
I'll say I have a cup of coffee for him too.
Let me just look and see what we're specifically dealing with here and what is required. Oh, good morning, Bolt. Isn't this thing cool?
What is it?
I don't know. It just appeared last night after everybody went downstairs, and it just started glowing. It's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, you seemed quite enamored with it.
I mean, it's not every day you see a floating light. Well, I guess with you guys it kind of is every day, but this one seems to be like alive. Look, it just moved again, and he kind of tilts along with it a little bit to the left again.
Here, why don't you take your coffee and stand over here, and I kind of like help him.
Yeah, it
Off to the
doesn't. Yeah,
side.
it's not like there's no resistance or anything. He just takes the coffee. He's still staring at the orb.
And I want to check. I want to check where we are.
Okay.
Like navigation. See if we're on course back to Aneria, or and I'll probably use there's probably like an astrolabe and a couple other magical devices.
A sextant.
Yeah. That can,
because that's a fun word to say that you can actually say.
Yes. The sextant.
Yeah, so you're a bit off course from where the basic path was, but it's not so far off course that you're like not heading to an area anymore, if that makes sense. It just seems like you've been drifting a bit more one way or the other off course, but not in a completely different direction.
not like
Yeah, it's not like that way, it's just kind of like...
But instead of being like
listing lazily to the left.
Instead of being dragged onto an area, we're kind of going off to the side a little bit.
You won't come out... at the rate you're going, you won't come out at Archdom, which is the initial plan, because that's where you can basically get all your repairs and everything. You'll probably come out closer to, like, Meadstead, that kind of area at this point.
Okay.
But it's kind of like when you start, like, touching the controls... the little orb floats into your vision and starts
I just kind of like, some of the dials like, turn a wheel, little slider, whatever they are.
The orb starts like pulsing at you.
I'm gonna start with one hand kind of down. I'm gonna go, doom, doom, doom,
okay.
Doom, doom. Just kind of like playing the lute to do the tune in case there's a charm thing.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Right? Yeah. 16.
Yeah, that's enough. It doesn't... Like, you can kind of feel it trying to, like, mesmerize you a little bit. Like, almost like a dancing light spell,
And as it's doing this, I'm going to go, hello, can you speak?
It doesn't say anything. It just kind of pulses a few more times. And then when it realizes that you're not, like, following it diligently, it will kind of streak off and start heading down a specific direction.
The ship?
Out into the astral plane. And after, like, a few minutes, you see it come back and, like, spiral around the bow of the ship and then head off in that direction again. Like it's tugging you. Or trying to guide you.
Well, it's definitely fascinating, and I'm gonna turn to John and be like, the whole time it was around, did it seem hostile?
No, it seemed very friendly. Warm too.
Warm.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. Just like it feels warm.
Like temperature or
not temperature. Like just like a feeling. Like I feel warm when I look at it.
Okay.
That kind of thing. You know, like when you look at a really good mop.
Yeah. Okay. I actually do understand this. Yes. Good craftsmanship. I totally understand that. That warm, fuzzy feeling.
Yeah.
What do you say we see what it wants?
That sounds great.
Okay. I'm gonna steer the ship towards where it flew off to.
Perfect.
Where towards. And I'm assuming it keeps occasionally coming back and making sure that we're keeping pace, but like.
You're in kind of the heavy debris field around Aneria at this point. Like there's a lot of like scattered little pieces, but there are heavier pockets. And you are definitely
Aneria the plane, not Aneria the
Aneria the world, not Aneria the section of the world. Like there's an area, there's a giant Aneria debris Prime. Field that kind of sits between all of the different realms.
Aneria Prime.
Aneria Prime. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so by the time you guys are getting to your destination, everybody else is waking up, so you guys can get up, have breakfast, Muck make some like scrambled eggs. At this point, I will let go
of the harp.
Yeah.
Now that I've kind of like shown whatever this light is that I'm following you, you don't need to try to charm me into it.
Yeah. Okay. So Muck makes a nice little breakfast for everybody. And you guys can come up on top deck and just see Bolt kind of guiding away. You guys see the light as well. Victor and Fred see it kind of circling about, and it kind of circles around Fred's head enough to make the eye stalks kind of like spin a little bit, and then
they get all tangled up.
Yep.
Can I do a history check to see if I've heard of any like just wives' tales or anything?
Sure. Yeah, give me a history check.
I was going to ask earlier, can I do an Arcana to see if I can sense? I mean, I'm assuming it's magic, but
yeah, go ahead and give me an
Arcana. Anything else about it? 27.
27?
That's an 8 with an epic dice.
8 with an epic die? Victor hears a lot of stories.
I mean, this could be a will of the wisps. It could be a soul of a wanderer that's like stuck on this plane. It could be a harbinger of doom. I mean...
That sounds cool.
We should definitely follow
you do get like the feeling of like soul magic coming off of it. Almost like it's almost like it's a spirit of some kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could be a ring wraith for some guy named Maron.
Ooh.
Moron.
Moron.
Did he lose the ring wraith?
Yeah, he lost the ring.
What a moron.
I mean, the one thing that he needed to secure
Well,
his place.
I kind of just made the decision. I'm following it. If either of you don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't really care. What do you think, kid?
I mean, it's pretty cool. Do I really have a voice?
Of course you do, right?
Part of the crew.
You can
Part
hear
of the
him,
ship.
right?
Part of the
Yes,
ship.
you have a voice.
Part of the ship. Part of the crew.
The snark
Yeah,
of his children.
I say let's go for it. It's adventure, right?
Oh.
Isn't that what adventurers do? Is adventure?
Yeah. And kill dragons.
We'll
In
get to that.
dungeons.
And claim souls.
What?
This one actually kind of feels like a soul. Like a spirit almost.
Interesting.
Don't
It tried to
claim
charm
it.
me.
I won't claim it. I can only claim the ones that I kill. I think.
You could also kill it, then.
You just like touch it. Mine now.
You come around another smaller asteroid, and the spirit that's kind of been hanging on the bow and just kind of like weaving left and right to guide you at this point, rather than flying off, does start flying off again, and it's heading towards a large red rock asteroid that is sort of like, it looks like it's like 2 or 3 miles wide. Think Mars color red, right? That rusty red.
Rusty red.
Yeah. And it starts heading towards it, but not towards the top of it. It's actually heading for the underside of it. And as you come around, you see why. On the underside of this asteroid, hanging basically from the bottom, is this ruined city in kind of this bone white, almost marble-esque color.
Very
And-
stark contrast to the red. Cool.
Yep, and it's just kind of this big expanse of ruined city along the underside of the asteroid, and in the center is a coliseum of sorts. It's kind of half ruined at this point, but it's still like the most prominent building, and the wisp is flying down into the city and directly towards the. You can just see like the little light bouncing between the buildings and heading directly towards. Yeah.
So do I know, or am I familiar enough with Astral Sea now to because most of the ships, like the gravity on your ship is towards the ship until you get to a place, and then it kind of switches, right?
Yeah, it's sort of like the astral plane is kind of weird like that, where it switches when you're ready for it to switch.
Okay. Well, because I was gonna like orient so that it's below us, but then I was like, well, we could see it easier if it was right up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and you can come in up at the top and then maybe like throw a rope and it'll like catch it and head up, because it's the astral plane. Things technically you move by thinking about it in the plane. You know,
The
it's just
Stranger
sort of
Things where you throw the rope into the other dimension.
Okay. Yeah, I'll park us kind of. I'll see where it goes. Does it eventually stop in an air, like in a spot?
Yeah, actually, it
does
does
it go
stop
inside of a
in the
building?
arena.
In the arena.
Like it flows into the arena and then you lose sight of it.
Are there people in the arena?
You can't see anybody currently. It's
What about
a
with the
little too far
spyglass?
away. With the spyglass, it's kind of still hard to see the arena from your angle. You can see a couple other dots moving around the city. It seems to be like a set of like 3 or 4 that are kind of rushing, not towards the arena, but away from it in a kind of a zigzag pattern, almost like they're chasing something.
Does the architecture, is it reminiscent of anything that we've seen before?
No, this looks like ancient, far more ancient than even buildings that you've seen on Arkonis.
It's like not even like Hasmon Day when we
Yeah.
met the Eternal Gale. It doesn't look like anything like that
Nope.
kind of stuff. It's just
This
completely
is
alien.
very much like
Okay.
you get the feeling that this is pre-shattering Aneria.
Well, do you want to go check it out?
Absolutely.
All right. John and Kid, watch the ship
Will do.
and don't let anyone on but us back on board.
Okay.
John, if I get back and I find out that you've been pestering the boy for sweeping again, we're going to have serious conversation.
That's my job. That's my job.
Kid, I give you permission to use
Hey,
the switch
you two,
against John.
share.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kid, if he gives you
Hear that?
trouble,
I'm the cool mom.
shout out.
That's still not calling you that.
Yet.
All right, so yeah, I'll park the ship kind of. I want to get near those dots that are chasing something.
Yeah, so you start like bringing it down towards the city.
Yeah, I will turn it normal.
In case they get into a fight or something, did you give him any weapons?
He's got the switch.
The switch.
Switch. I mean, how much is a stick gonna do?
The silverware are here.
That's true.
And Aphira and
That's our
Yep.
ship defenses is the silverware.
and technically Hafis is still with you guys as well.
And
He
Hafis.
never
At
left.
least there's one
Which one's
responsible
Hafis
party.
He's the
on
Moai.
board.
Yep.
Yes.
And in
Hafis.
fact, he comes up onto the top deck in his excavator form and just kind of says, I want to check the area around for minerals.
Sure. I do have. Do we have a way to contact him? Does he have like a? No.
Not really. He won't go far.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just say. Be back to the ship in 4 hours.
If we get into trouble, Fred will fire a fireball, and you will know that we're in trouble.
I won't. Fireball. Everyone thinks I have fireball. I don't.
If we need to leave in a hurry, I can abandon this unit.
We'll see if it comes to that. I don't think so.
And then he kind of leaps off and down. And as he lands onto the surface, there's kind of this puff of red dust and particle that already is starting to like cling to him a little bit. What do they call it? Moon dust?
Regolith.
Regolith. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so what is the plan?
We'll park the ship kind of not in the way, but so that those that are running toward, try to predict where they're going to run. If they're on like a long stretch, we'll
It's pretty hard to get the ship into like a specific city.
but it'll just be a point where we can like lower a rope down or rope ladder or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of map out where you think that they're going to come around the corner, and as you rappel down off of the ship,
I'm sure Victor probably like brooms down.
Yep. And you land down. You see a woman come around the corner. A human woman. She's got tan skin, black hair with what was it? Golden tips. Yeah, tipped with like golden locks on the end. Just kind of this big long mane of hair, and she's wearing sort of your typical sailor's outfit kind of thing.
Okay.
And she's got a rapier attached to her side.
Kitty Pride, come here.
She's fully like booking it down a direction, and behind her come rumbling these 3 skeletal hounds that have like blue light coursing through their rib cages and everything.
So as she coming towards us?
Yes, she is running towards you. She looks incredibly surprised to see somebody.
Miss, are you in need of assistance?
Run! Just run!
What are we running from?
And she skids to a stop next to you guys because at this point she's up to you and she goes, them.
Do you want us to stop them?
Oh, the dogs?
Yes.
All right, I'll walk forward and like sling the shield on,
But which one is the mage? Which one do we focus first? I've never hit a dog before.
Well, these aren't really dogs.
All
Are
right.
they dogs? I like turn back. Are these dogs? What are these dogs?
Sort of.
How big
Watch
are
out
they?
for the frost breath. They're probably about the size of
frost
a
kind of like
cow.
dragons. So don't stay in front of them.
So they're all mages. Let's focus all of them at the same time.
Are
Use
either
your
of these
fireball.
a white dragon?
Say what?
Because if they are, I'm supposed to defer to you.
They're not a dragon. They're skeletons.
So by the time you guys finish talking about it, you've already defeated the hounds.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. You're talking about like what is the strategy here,
Is it
and
a
then you look
dragon?
down
Is it
and
not a dragon?
and there are 3 piles of bones.
There's a bunch of daggers in one. One's cut to ribbons.
Yep.
And the other one I just like.
There's a
caved the
little bit of
skull
like
in.
frost that's coating the ground from where one of them tried to breathe frost on you guys, but it didn't quite take.
If we got
I'll
one of
like-
those, we could probably refrigerate our food better.
Okay.
Ooh, we could capture one.
All right. Okay.
Keep one captured in.
I'm sorry, why were they chasing you?
Oh, you're still here.
Yeah. They were hunting me.
My name is Fred.
Nice to meet you, Fred.
Dragon's Bane.
Ava Marie.
Ava Marie. Nice to meet you.
I am Bolt,
Nice to meet you, Bolt.
and this is.
I am Victor Udonto Dragon's Bane.
Udanta, like the 8 rings. Udanta, the Prime.
You have heard of me?
I've heard of your mother.
Oh,
Is
Well,
that it? Is your mother,
basically,
right?
yeah.
Are you from an area?
Yeah. I actually live in Hasmonday,
Oh.
or I guess Broken Expanse. We're calling it Hasmonday again, or I did up until about a month ago when I was stranded here. So
God, we didn't have to break the news.
I'll actually point up to the ship. We are also from Aneria. We live in. What's the name of the tower? Does it ever have a name?
It's our tower.
The Wayward Watch Tower. That's what you call it.
We come from Southport.
Her name is Ava Marie.
Ava Marie. Yep.
Ave Maria.
That's incredible.
Why were you being chased or hunted? I
I think they hunt any living creatures. I will point out one other feature about her, just since you're now looking at her. She has completely black eyes, and they have like a little bit of like a star-filled speckle to them, kind of thing. So.
Is she like the? Isn't that the like river elves or whatever? Didn't they have the same thing?
Sea elves. Sea elves do have like a fully black eye.
Yeah.
But it's not like star filled.
Okay.
Kind of that thing.
Because I'm thinking of
she seems pretty regular human. Otherwise, like this is the only feature that seems unique on her.
Okay.
I think they just hunt down any living creatures. My crew and I, what was left of them. Not my crew, but they were my crew at the same time. I was the first mate on a ship.
Sorry, what was her name again?
Ava Marie.
Okay.
I was the first mate of the Haggard Hall, and we were heading north on business. Kind of a longer merchant caravan than we typically do, but
Haggard Hall.
The Haggard Hall. Yep. Haul, not LL. And we were attacked by another ship on its way south from Arkonis, actually. Very militaristic type ship. Looked almost like Arcanum, but not quite Arcanum.
And they came from Arkonis.
Yeah, they came from Arkonis.
And you were headed there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we were heading out there. And we basically got into a scrap. Both ships went down, and we started, whatever survivors kind of drifted through the Astral Sea until we wound up here.
Oh.
We already got dibs on being embassy people for
Arkonis.
Right.
Arkonis.
Even though we left.
And the other ship is Gonzo.
Yes.
Do you know where it was going?
I don't. I'm
Did
sorry.
it happen to have any dragon eggs on it?
Not
Just putting it out
that
there.
I saw from the wreckage, but we didn't really get a close look.
Both
at it.
ships went down
Yes, both ships went down.
here
Yeah.
on this rock.
Not here. It's weird. The Astral Plane, the Astral Plane's always kind of weird.
Yeah, it is very weird.
But we drifted a while, and then all of a sudden, this appeared below us, or I guess above us. Again, it's kind of weird. It was like we were pulled here when we were drifting through the Astral Sea.
So, what happened to the other ship? Did it drift out of view, or
Both ships were wreckage by the time that the crews abandoned it.
Did you notice any of the survivors where they went? Or?
Yeah, they ended up here too.
Okay, so
They're somewhere around here, probably
were these
taken like the rest of my crew was.
Were these here before, or were they from the other ship? These things we have.
These
discussed?
things were here before, I believe.
Gotcha.
They at least have been here since we got here. There have been undead hounding us.
Yeah, undead hounds. Like,
Yeah. Since the minute we landed on here, they've been picking us off one by one and I don't know, killing us, eating us. I don't know what undead do. Yeah.
I'm amazed they don't eat each other since they're made from bones, and dogs love bones.
Yeah. The only time that they ever relax around living people is when there's stuff going on in the arena.
What kind of stuff?
Gladiator combat, that kind of thing. It's
How many people live here?
living. 0.
You?
Me.
Are you not living?
Well, I mean, I've been here for like a month. By the
I'm
way,
gonna check her pulse. See
Yeah.
if she's undead or not.
yeah, you full on finger on. Yeah, she has a pulse.
Okay.
By the
She
way,
doesn't see dead
do any of you have any food? I am starving.
Sure, I'll give her some rations since I don't need to eat.
Oh,
So.
thank you so much. And she devours them. A whole day's worth of rations.
You think we can make bone broth out of the dogs?
Ooh.
It's definitely not as tasty as it sounds.
Okay, good to know.
They've been dead for a long time.
So pretty hollow.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want to impose or anything. if you guys are going to an area I'd like to join, come with.
We could give you a ride, but we're actually curious about this place.
Yeah.
Something led us here. Some sort of spirit, blue, glowing.
A will-o-wisp?
That sounds
It
right.
was a will-o-wisp.
You
I
called
knew
it.
Yeah. They like to lead people into danger. So, yeah.
Oh,
Gotta be careful.
I thought they were the kind that brought us the treasure or witches. And
I mean, who knows? There could be treasure on here. Yeah.
Wait, there is? All right.
Ava definitely has the same mindset of like, yeah, there could be treasure. I mean, I can show you guys the arena. They're just about to start their next round of matches, I guess.
Sure. It seemed to go that direction.
That's where everything heads around here.
Now, do you know if any of your crew is still alive?
I don't. I don't know what they're
Sorry
doing.
for your loss.
I mean, yeah, it does. That's my family gone, but I'm managing.
Perhaps they were rounded up into the gladiatorial.
How long ago was that?
A month. Like, over the course of a month, I've been losing them slowly. I mean, I lost a bunch of them in the initial attack, and then several more slowly.
Now, this is probably a little bit too soon. But how would you feel about joining an army?
As we walk towards the Coliseum, right?
Is that the requirement to go home?
Not at all. Just put a pin in it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
He's planting the seed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you walk down kind of the main thoroughfares. No other patrols or anything come out to attack you. Again, Ava says that was like the last set of dogs that was hounding her. The rest had given up already and headed back to the arena. So she figures that the game is
She wasn't like
soon.
in the arena and then they chased her out. She was like in the streets.
Yeah, she was like hiding and they've been searching for her. She basically says that she's been living among the ruins and trying to avoid any undead patrols that come around.
And why have they been after you, though?
I don't know. They've been hunting down anything living. Like, they hunted down the rest of the crew with me.
So everything that's in the Coliseum, though, they're all undead.
As far as I can tell.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think they have
You'll see when we get there.
someone that commands them?
There is a VIP box.
Maybe we'll meet someone like
And does anyone
Tam says.
You'll see when we get there.
That'd be wonderful.
You mean Osiris?
Oh, he could
The dragon?
be set up here.
Not Osiris.
Zolvric.
Zolvric.
The
Lich.
Maybe it's Zolos' place. I don't know.
So,
Frau.
Frau Solos.
Zolbrucker.
So, two statues flank the entrance of this Coliseum as you approach it. The one on the left, as you guys are walking in, is a thin man with a goatee, and he's holding up a glowing, like, it looks like a vial in his hands, but it is like a huge, like, almost like torch that is glowing brightly with some sort of light magic.
They haven't crumbled themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like this area is pretty well preserved. The one on the right is actually a giant statue of an angel, and they are kneeling down with their hands like cupped up like this, and they've got like shackles on their wrists, and you can see like a little tiny trail of gold that is coming down from their neck down like the body of the statue.
These kind of remind me. There was a book I read once called like The Craft of War, and there was an angel arena where you would go and fight.
Really? The craft of war, really? Interesting.
And you can hear, at this point, you can hear shouting and cheers from coming
Can
from
I
the-
history check to see if either of these statues are familiar?
Yeah, I think you're the only one that probably could in this case. Go ahead and give me a history check.
From the 100 years of
like
research?
there might have been a book in there.
19.
19?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you remember a story in one of these books about a man named, what was the guy's name? Pondrax Stolly. And how he tricked an angel into servitude and began to grow in power by giving people angel's blood in exchange for service.
Oh. I think that statue is Pondrax. It's from a book that I read in the vault, if you recall. The vault, right? It was vault. The 100-year vault. That's that thing I was going to tell you about one day, where I spent 100 years in a vault.
Sounds very boring.
I had many books. It was actually super nice.
It was the quietest.
It was the quietest it had been the whole... Ever since I had met the Wayward Watch. It's the quietest.
It's so hard not to have anyone to talk to. I mean, I talk to myself a lot. I am just, trying to get an expert's opinion.
For these guys, it was like 10 seconds.
It's not bad at all.
Interesting.
It was nice. It was quiet.
Do you think that light up there is removable?
Possibly.
Where? What?
The one in the statue.
The vial.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I
vial.
thought you were talking in this room.
Yeah, this one right here.
That one right there.
Do you want me to find out?
I mean, yeah, if you want to try and find out.
All right, Bersinger.
He's got a flying broom.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, cool. You go up there, and this light is huge. It's like taller than you are, and probably you can't even like hug it.
I'm
It's so
afraid my
wide.
strength stat is not sufficient.
That's fine. It was just a thought.
You get up next to it, and it's like a lighthouse sized thing.
Does it seem like it would move at all? Like it's
It
sitting
looks
there?
like it's like carved into the statue.
It's
so
part of. So you'd have to like.
yeah, you'd basically have to cut it
I'll
off.
come back down.
Yeah, it just seems like it's glowing.
So I kind of like just kind of tell a quick like Cliff's Notes version of that story about how this is Pondrax and
Yeah, basically
he tricked the angels into
Yeah, the story doesn't have all the details, but yeah, that's the basic story of Pondrak. Tricked an angel and...
Sorry, guys. I read it like 73 years ago. So...
You have an incredible memory.
I wish it was better.
I mean, this rune is old. Like, this is pre-shattering stuff, right?
Yeah. It seems like it.
That's incredible. That you know anything about pre-shattering stuff.
Yes. We found a vault full of knowledge, and in order to access it, you had to give up time, literal time, your lifetime, and I sacrificed 100 years for the group that I was with.
You look great for 100.
Thank you. I don't usually age very, very fast, so.
Yeah, I guess clay doesn't really crack, does it?
Oh, it's not even this body. That's
even though
different.
clay does definitely crack.
This is a different body.
They're actually a newborn still. So
This is true. I've only been in this body for like a few months.
So you had 2 less than 1-year-olds on the ship.
And I'll kind of again, Cliff's Notes of like, I found a bunch of books. Most of them I had never seen before in Aneria, and it seems like a lot of them were from the pre-shattering.
Do you still have access to that library?
I don't know. I need to go back and see. When I read the books, once I read them, they basically turned to sand and flew away, or drifted away, but I don't know if that means they're destroyed or just moved.
So you're like a walking oral history now.
Yes, you could say that.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Should we go inside?
Not one usually calls me cool.
They do too.
I walk a little taller.
As you walk through the long tunnel,
Yeah.
you hear the sounds of cheering and fighting ringing out through the air. When you break through into the main arena stands, you find that the rows are filled with hundreds, if not thousands, of purple specters, shouting and cheering at the combat below. Some look perfectly as expected, save for translucent skin and hollow voices. They look very humanoid, typical kind of ghostly visage. While others are twisted and elongated, or barely even a wisp of light in some cases. The only non-specters in the stands are kind of evenly spaced around. There are these tall, pale-skinned, like extremely pale, like albino-skinned humanoids with red eyes, wearing fine clothing and carrying large, ornate jars attached to their belts. And they walk around and they'll stop and talk to one of the specters and take like a note and everything.
Do they look human though?
They look like they maybe once were human or humanoid in nature, but they are definitely undead at this point. They probably don't even have like lips.
I was gonna say, do they have like the desiccated like flesh where it's all
it's peeled back and you can see like
tight and-
fangs and like they are very clearly undead.
fangs like vampires?
I would say more like razor sharp teeth, kind of like a mouth full of fangs, not just 2 fangs. In the center of the arena, a great battle is taking place. 2 sides have set up stone fortifications and are engaging in all-out war. Again, the quality of the beings that you see varies. Some are pale-skinned, but mostly look humanoid. And I'm not talking like the white skin. I'm talking like your typical kind of pale. They look more like vampires. Mm-hmm. Others are decrepit and deformed or lose
Kind of
limbs.
like IT guy white.
And still more are just mere skeletons wielding weapons. It seems like if there was ever an
Does everything
undead
still
in
look
existence, it seems like every single undead might be represented somewhere in this arena. And then at the back is the VIP box that Ava mentioned, which is this black sphere that is basically all shadow surrounding it that you can't see inside. Welcome to the arena. This is basically, it happens, I would say, like once a day.
What happens once it's done? Do all the spectators, do they shuffle out like a normal crowd, or do they just evaporate?
Kind of just disperse. Yeah.
What happens to living beings that stay here?
There are no living beings that stay here.
I mean, you.
The patrols come out and start hunting us again. If we stay to the end, that makes it easier for them.
And then the ones in the arena also just disappear?
Most of them die most of the time, but they'll scatter or they'll come be the hunters for a while. I mean, and she points at like a ghoul that is running through that's wearing like a red headband, and she's like, I ran from that one before.
And that VIP box over there,
that's where whoever runs this is. He's kind of the announcer, the everybody cheers on.
You hear him speak.
Yeah, every now and then.
The man behind the curtain, so to say.
Pretty much.
Now, is there a way to walk like around, like in like the, you know, how, like arena, like bleachers kind of go down and there's like a walkway usually around.
Yeah,
could we get over near the VIP?
You can get kind of close to it, but there's definitely a separation that you know, the kind of usual separate the rabble from the nobility. That.
But could we get close enough to like yell at?
You can, yeah. I mean, you can start heading that way if you wanted to.
Yeah. Let's go see if we can find out who's running this place.
Okay. Fred, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. Sorry, intelligence saving throw.
Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Ah! What is going to treat me well tonight? Let's see.
No, this won't be a heart health thing.
Intelligence?
Yes.
19.
19? No ill effect as far as like mechanically goes, but you suddenly feel like another psionic presence in the area, and it kind of like pounds against your head and throbs against your head a little bit before fading.
That was weird.
What?
I just had this feeling like it was almost like my own magic was pressing against me, but it was coming from someone else. Maybe with my same abilities.
Your mental abilities?
Yes.
Perhaps it's whoever's in there.
Can I tell, like, is there a certain direction it came from?
Not really. It just kind of like pounded on you for a moment.
That was uncomfy.
Do we need to turn back?
No. I say press on.
Well, you know how in TV shows, when there's always someone that gets infected with something...
I'm going to stop you right there. You don't have any knowledge of TV shows, Bolt.
I know. But basically what I was going to do
Don't step on our toes. Yeah.
You know, if anything, have I ever met anyone else with psionic abilities?
Yeah.
Such as myself? Yeah?
Your entire family.
Oh, no. Anyone outside of them?
I mean, there's been a few, yeah. They're like, it's not common, but it's not rare either. It's sort of like just just a little uncommon around the area.
Just kind of give me this, I don't know, makes me think of my brothers. Anyway,
well,
carry on.
If it gets worse, please do not hide it.
Oh, I won't. You know I left a complaint.
Do we need to like hide ourselves from the undead?
Don't be like the guy in the zombie movie that gets bit and then doesn't tell anyone.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Guys, ow, my leg hurts.
Zombie.
It's only a scratch.
I forgot to turn it over to battle sounds since we are technically in an arena. So as you make your way around the outside, you watch as a man in a red cape and fair skin leaps over one of the battlements down in the arena, and 4 other kind of similar, probably vampire spawn, rush after him as well, and they jump up onto the battlements of the enemy side and start taking out skeletons by the droves. And that's until this large brute that looks like he's mostly like fat flesh, maybe like an ogre in life, but his right arm has been completely like scored down to the bone, so it's just this giant bone that ends in a a spite club. And he comes in and he drives them back, kind of thing. And there's a lot of cheering that goes on. There is some like groaning that happens from some of the specters, and you actually watch as one of the living, not the living ones, the flesh and blood ones, walks up to a specter, holds out his hand, and the specter, this kind of elvish woman, she sighs and she holds out her hand in turn, and these purple tendrils start flowing from her down his hand and into the jar. And after a little bit of this transfer, he leaves, and she looks a little more emaciated, a little bit less corporeal than she was before.
Okay. Less like...
Yeah, basically, she looks more like a ghost that's been dead for a long time and taken on a twisted form, less like just a normal-looking elf kind of thing.
Did either of you see that?
Sorry,
Fred's like watching everything and distracted right now.
I have a lot going on inside here.
Well, I watched a part of that specter's essence get pulled into one of those jars that they carry around their waist.
It's creepy.
And she turned from looking human-esque to more twisted ghost visage.
Perhaps it's like currency?
Maybe they're betting on... It happened simultaneously with that little spectacle down there. So, don't bet anything.
Don't bet your soul.
Don't bet your soul.
I mean, if I bet anything, I will win. I always...
2 copper.
I always go big. You know.
Go big, go home.
Yeah.
My soul's already taken care of anyway, so...
That's true. You could bet all of it. And then you'd be like, talk to the Baba Yaga.
She's the one. Yep.
Yeah, she's the one that got it. And then the specter's like... Okay. So by the time, if we make it over to the VIP area...
Yeah, you are just about to the VIP area when when kind of a hush falls over the crowd, and you can feel like... Almost like there's like this wave of like silence. Not like the silent spell, just kind of like a general order to be quiet before a voice kind of calls out from the darkness. And if you're expecting like maybe like raspy or cold or something from this being an undead area, you're surprised to find that this voice is rather honeyed and inviting. As it says, a wonderful match between the Mire Sworn and the Coven of Desperation. Despite the stalemate, let's give both teams a round of applause and any tips one might wish. And sure enough, the crowd starts cheering and everything, going wild. Several people in the crowd like fling out their hand, and small little tendrils of purple flow into the arena, emaciating them just a tiny bit. And then you see like most of the stuff goes around that ogre one that seems to be a pretty popular one.
Yeah.
And the flesh starts mending on his right arm and starts being less skeletal and more like muscly and everything. And the voice says, now that we're clearing out of the way, it's time to get into the main event. I know you're all excited because even I could not stop the rumors of new arrivals that have come to participate in our games.
I wonder who he's talking about.
2 new teams vie for the ultimate prize, a vial of angel's blood. And there's this large cheer that everybody seems to go almost berserk at the idea of this grand prize.
What can you do with angel's blood? What do the books say?
Based on the stories, angel blood provided like longevity.
I was say like longer life, health, good health.
Pretty nice. I would never need that though because I cannot die. So
I've heard that it can also enhance physical features, make you more beautiful.
hard to do. So
I mean, we're all peak specimens.
We all saw what happened.
Precisely.
We all saw
I mean, you can all speak for yourself. I can lose a few more pounds, says Ava.
We all saw what happened to Ezra when he got beautiful. So
I mean, I have to shape my abs in every morning with the clay, but you know,
you have to punch him into shape.
John can help you with that, you know.
I take one of like the muffin trays and just kind of.
Do you know the muffin abs? But before we get into their final confrontation against one another, we must test them. So I present to you tonight's first challengers that I have lovingly named the Stowaways. A small door on one side of the arena opens up and 6 figures stumble out. There are 2 humans wielding maces, a goblin with a spear, a dwarf with an axe and shield, a halfling woman gripping a sword in her hands and looking extremely scared, and a lone lizard folk in tribal wear that the others seem to avoid. Ava actually gasps and runs forward and goes, "That's my crew! Or what's left of them."
Oh, friends of yours.
Yes.
Are they all from your crew?
She looks and she says, "The lizard folk's not familiar, but the rest are mine."
So, if I was to bet, should I bet against them or for them?
They're not fighters. I mean, they have a little bit of combat training, except for the halfling. She's definitely not. But
except for the halfling, she's a monster.
We should try and get like 20 to 1 on against.
She's
them.
a follower of Baal.
Good idea. Always with the good ideas.
The voice continues and says, "And what better way to cut their teeth than to face last year's quarterfinalist? Pulled in by a conjecture of 2 interdimensional spaces, it's the disgraced Princess of Salt and her royal guard." The other door rattles open and 2 rows of skeletal warriors dressed in blue march out, flanking an elegantly dressed woman whose face is covered by a white veil, basically like a full white veil that covers everything. There's at least, and then there's also a shuffling of zombies that come in kind of behind her as like it almost looks like a servant retinue. And there's at least twice the number of undead in her retinue as there are the sailors. Begin!
Why? I'm like, why would this group of inexperienced people want to fight? Quarterfinalists.
They're not here of their own. Ava rolls her eyes and she actually jumps over the edge of the arena and starts flying down into it. It's a pretty long drop, but she just kind of floats slowly, almost like she's got feather fall on, and she'll like slide in next to them. And
How
she
far
pulls
is
out
the
her
drop?
sword.
Like 20 feet?
It's probably about 20 feet or so. And she pulls out her sword as the others are basically like, "Ava, it's you," and she starts like trying to get them into position and everything. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into combat here. Whether or not you guys want to join is up to you, but we'll see what happens when we get back. Can you just imagine you guys just not joining?
We're like sitting there like eating popcorn, like, wow, this is fantastic.
This is great.
What's going on?
It's really hard to watch Ava get slaughtered, but
I mean, which is better.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
well,
We'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead and reveal the battle map tonight. As you can see, we got the red Mars. Yep, battlefield. There are a bunch of zombies, kind of in the forefront here, over on the Princess of Salt side. She's got her retinue around her as well, of royal guards. And then on the opposite side, you have a ragtag collection of 6 potentially okay fighters. But
I know, I was like, is that Guinevere?
it was almost, I almost picked
Maggie.
But
Throw Bramble
Bramble cheeks.
yeah, it would have been great if it was actually Maggie. But I'll go ahead and tell you right now that you can clearly see these aren't fighters. It looks like Ava is probably the most competent, and the others are semi-competent to completely fumbling around with their weapon like the halfling is.
Kind of feel like it's not really honorable to bet against them and watch them die.
I agree.
What if we bet for them and then join the fight?
Would that be cheating?
Yes, it would. But
Well, if I don't bet against you, you can bet against them. I wouldn't feel right.
Do you have time to actually track down a bookie is the other question.
boots of speed.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get initiatives from you guys as well.
Wait a second. Do what now?
Initiatives.
Initiative.
Yes, boss.
Yes, boss.
Thoitly.
15.
Victor?
It's a 13 plus 6, I believe.
17.
Plus 5 for initiative, so that's going to be 18.
And 17.
Yep.
Okay. That means we start.
Can you hand me my black folder?
Yeah.
Please.
No problem.
We start with the goblin, who is going to move up basically to actually, if you want his name, I do have his name here. His name is Muck Mop. Hey, another Muck!
Hey.
Maybe that's where I came up with the name Muck earlier. He's going to run up behind that kind of pillar that you see right there, and he's gonna just like pick up a stone and hurl it at one of the zombies. Which will roll the attack here. It will not hit the zombie. Yeah, so it just kind of goes flying and hits the stone overhead.
Kill the zombies by shooting them in the head.
Next up is the lizard folk. And she is going to move in 30 feet. And I think she's going to ready an action, basically. The first one that gets near her, she's kind of like hissing at them and crouching really low. So the first one that gets near her is going to get attacked. Victor,
mess with the Liz,
it is your turn.
Okay. How high up are we?
20 feet.
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. Can I get on the side? Like, this is an arena, right? Coliseum style? Is there a railing?
Yes, there basically is like a railing.
Can I get up and see if I can run down the side of the railing before jumping down?
I'd like to avoid the damage, that kind of thing.
Well, not necessarily to avoid the damage, but I want to just see if I can like run to get like flank them before they know I'm there, and then jump on them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think you can be able to do that. Let's go ahead and give you just like a sleight of hand, or not a sleight of hand, a stealth check, just to see if anybody notices you as you're skipping along.
That's a 2.
I saw that go from a double digit
to a single digit.
Yeah, it's a 2, but
it's a 2, but
I have a 20 to my stealth.
Actually, I have a 15. So that's 17.
17. Yeah, none of them notice you, so you can basically move your speed up to the.
Okay, and I'm going to
How far?
use my speed on my cloak, which is a bonus action if I recall correctly. Looking for it.
Yes, activating is a bonus action.
Okay, and then so that's going to be, and I believe that if it's the same as the boots, it doubles. So I'm 60 feet.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 23. 60? Put you here.
Mm-hmm. And then I want to action.
What are those dry erase markers?
Oh yeah, bring the whole cup over.
My inventory just disappears. That's not cool.
Shane.
One of these is... This is a magic marker.
With my action, I want
Shooting
to.
magic?
Well, permanent marker.
I want to use Blade Ward, a new cantrip.
Okay.
And I want to, just kind of knowing what earlier that more whatever close experience was like. All right, Baba Yaga. Either you're taking my soul now, or you're going to help me survive. And so he's gonna cast Blade Ward and then jump down.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, jumping is basically you're just stepping off. That's going to be fine. Yeah, so you can fall the 20 feet. You'll take 2d6 unless you have any way to reduce it.
In my movement, would I be able to roll it off like an acrobat roll at the end?
You'll give an acrobatics check to avoid going prone, but there's
That's
still
fine.
damage. You do take half because technically Blade Ward does give you half. Is it half piercing and slashing? Or and bludgeoning?
Okay, so Blade Ward. You have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by a weapon.
Ah, okay. So you're just going to take 4 damage.
Okay.
But you do land on your feet with the 17. Yep. And you do hear the announcer go, looks like we've got more living comers.
That puts you here, right?
Yeah.
Right in?
Yeah.
And they're getting right into the fray.
That's it.
Okay. Fred.
Okay. Okay, as a bonus action,
I thought you were going to say, as a badass.
as a badass,
Here's what I'm going to do.
I will use my psi-powered leap.
That is a badass thing.
Thank you. Agreed.
But is there Githyanki here?
But I can't remember how far I can go.
I think it lets you do...
It's like 40%.
You gain a flying speed equal to twice your walking speed.
Yeah, so 60.
Okay, so how far can I get into the fray?
To here.
Okay?
Well, pretty much anywhere, like,
Okay, I'll go right
Anywhere
there.
in that square. You can go right in there.
Yep.
You gotta do a cool backflip.
Yep.
Go sailing through the air.
And then I will move up to this grouping.
Oh, does the leap just that it says that you get a fly speed, so you still have to use your movement to go the 60 feet.
Oh, well.
So if you want to land next to that other
next
group,
to those other two.
Mhm.
Okay, so then.
Hello, boys.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
I know your breath.
Hello there.
Hello there. Yeah. Basically,
Yeah.
one of the skeletons is like General Kenobi, and then 2 extra arms split off. Go get me the big 4-armed skeleton.
One skeleton is holding his buddy, is laying sideways. Going, General Kenobi.
Pops off his own.
I will use then my Thorn Piercer.
Okay.
As a.
None of that. Stop it.
Sorry. I'll say that whatever form you have it, it's not going to use your bonus action. You would have already changed
Okay,
it
thank
for
you. I
this.
appreciate
So,
that.
yeah.
I'll use it as a short sword.
Okay.
Alright, so first attack on the guy right in front of me.
Let's say that's bald zombie number
That
1.
is a 22 to hit.
22 will hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Let me make sure I have the right die. That is a 12.
12 damage. Okay.
No, 14.
14. Is there any other effects? What's the one for the
Yes,
short
he
sword?
needs to make a DC or a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
DC 17.
Oh, this is the poisoned one?
Yep.
So they are immune to poison.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay,
But
so,
you definitely like come in swinging and deliver a nice blow. So that's attack number 1.
Okay, attack number 2 is a 25.
25 will hit.
Oh, not very good for 9.
9 damage. Let's see. Okay. Just a moment.
Wait.
Ooh.
No, yes.
So 9 damage total.
Yep.
Okay. You ran right through the head and take it down.
Haha!
That's perfect timing by Syrinscape.
Shunk-dunk, as usual.
Okay, next up.
Yep, third attack.
Can I reach that guy?
Yes, you're adjacent to him. Yep.
Oh, that is a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Hit the yays.
So I'm rolling
one. Yeah, not on
damage
this one.
twice, correct?
Yes, you'll roll damage twice.
15.
15. Okay.
And I will use a energy die to use Psionic Strike.
Okay, you
to
get to roll
add-
that twice as well.
Ooh, sweet. 15.
Another 15.
Yes.
Yeah, your sword basically cleaves both of their heads off in one swing then. Because that other one gets taken out as well.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay,
That will be the end of my turn.
perfect. Skeletal Knight number 4 is going to go.
Right here.
He's going to move up 30 feet. Kind of sticking around that corner, but so that he can still see Fred. So if he needs to move over to the... Yeah. Yep. And as he does, he kind of plants his halberd in, and he reaches back, and this kind of spectral throwing axe comes out, and he does 1, 2, and 3 towards Fred. 3 spectral axes. Don't have Syrinscape, just get Preston.
Hire Preston.
Yeah. Because it's fantastic. We got an 18, we got a 17. Those are both going to miss, I'm assuming, Fred.
Decharge
Yes.
per.
However, the
per
critical
shot.
hit will not miss.
Ouchie.
Half the time I don't even know I'm doing them.
It's from years of being a DM and having to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never been one to do a lot of sound effects myself.
That's why you have Syrinscape. That's one of those things that no one really
22
talks about.
Slashing
when you-
damage from that
Okay,
third
well,
one.
I'll cast shield.
Okay.
When you DM.
Or shield or your psionic reduction.
You have to be willing to like.
So shield won't.
No,
Kind of
sorry,
embarrassing
the psionic reduction.
Yeah.
So I will
Soundscape.
reduce it by the.
The psionic die.
Attempt to do
Let's
something
see,
ad
it's
hoc
1D.
and completely flub it.
I
Yeah.
think it's whatever your psionic die is. So 1d8 or 1d10.
1d8.
1d8.
Isn't that right, Cory?
Field. No, it's 1d10.
What? Sorry.
1d10.
That's one thing that they don't tell new DMs, that sometimes
Reduce it by 7.
Okay.
So what?
if you want to do the voices and stuff,
15.
you have to just like
This is the
get
total.
the embarrassment like out of your mind.
Yep.
And just do it.
Yep.
Just ignore how goofy you sound, because it's gonna sound goofy. And just try to do it.
I wish I could.
So 15 total with the.
15 total after the reduction.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. Yep. Hey, that is its turn. Ava is next, and she is going to. Yep, she's going to hop off and head.
She takes 1d6 damage?
No. So she's going to rush towards that little gap where the zombies are coming through by Victor.
Here?
Yep, and she's actually going to use her bonus action to dash, so she can go 60 feet.
10, 20, 60.
Ooh, right up to it.
Yep.
And as she comes sliding in, she's going to deliver 3 strikes of her own, 1 with a dagger and 2 with rapiers.
She can bonus action dash?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And she crits with the dagger one first, so
How's her form?
pretty good. It's like it's definitely not knife dancer good, but it's just like, it's solid. That's 8 piercing.
Oh, I know that move. It's Heron parting the waves.
And then we've got 2 rapier.
Is it Tushin?
attacks.
Is it Tushin?
Ooh. Well, that's another crit on one of them.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Oh, right
Maybe
into
we didn't
Torrey.
need to jump in. We could have just...
Maybe not.
right into
Hey,
Rising
They
Tiger.
actually do both hit as well. So the first one will do 8 damage. And the second one will do
Yeah.
enough to take it out with that crit.
Nice.
No fortitude needed. Yeah, so she comes sliding in and she just quickly dispatches one of the zombies. And she glances back at Victor and says, "Glad you made it. Can you make sure that none of them get to my friends?"
Yes, I can do that.
Bolt.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of casually step over the ledge and catch it and hang. And then I'm going to bonus action grow big and then just...
Perfect.
I love it.
So...
Oh, what's this? A giant has entered the field. Is he living or is he dead?
They.
It doesn't respond.
And then I'll move 60 with a bonus action or action to dash.
Okay.
And I put myself
Clomp.
right next to Fred. Towards these guys.
Basically rushing towards that
Yep.
group over there. Okay, perfect. Next up is the zombies. So the 3 zombies close to Fred and the lizard folk will have 2 go for Fred and 1 go for the lizard folk. Moving 20 feet to get up to there.
Let's see, can they? Yeah, okay.
Yep. Shifting the battlefield as well. And then the other one to the lizard folk.
Barely.
So here is
He's
the...
reaching to choke.
Yeah. Here are the attacks. We've got... I just rolled 2 20s.
What?
That is like my 4th crit tonight as well. So Fred's going to take 2 hits here.
Crouchies.
Critical. Actually, she's not going to take 2.
Oh. The first one?
The first
it
one,
don't
I am
take
going
2.
to...
Redirect.
I'm going to cloud rune and redirect it to its friend.
Cloud
Okay.
rune to you.
Then we've got 6 damage on that first one. And then the second one is 8 bludgeoning damage against Fred. And then the one against the lizard folk is not going to hit. She manages to kind of like duck out of the way with the swiping claw. Then the other 2 zombies that are left are gonna pile through that gap and come up to Ava.
We hardly knew her.
The highest is an 11, which I don't think hits her AC. No, she's got a 17 AC. Because she adds her charisma bonus to her AC, apparently. And she's...
Apparently, you made her.
No, so well, it's a swashbuckler. Is what I'm using the thing for. So.
Apparently, I added this. I don't know.
So the zombies are done. One of the
they are done. They're done for.
The thugs one of the sailors starts to come around the corner.
Red or blue?
We'll say blue. And Ava just turns around and shouts, "Just stay there!" And she just backs up into the corner.
Okay.
Then it is...
What a waste of movement.
They're not trained at all.
15 feet forward, 15 feet back? That's what?
Seriously.
Then it is the Princess of Salt's turn.
No.
She's going to move 20 feet. Can she get to a range where she can see somebody?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20? Yeah, she can see Bolt. Can't see Victor, can see Fred, can't see Ava, and can see the lizard folk.
Okay. Is anybody within 20 feet of her?
The three of us. Lizard folk, Fred, and myself.
And that was after moving 20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So she comes around the corner and you just...
Oh, no, sorry, not the lizard folk.
Not the lizard folk, just you two?
Yeah.
You feel basically the moisture start to pull from your bodies. I need you both to make me a Constitution saving throw.
This is like the Fey realm.
Yes, I hate this.
Oh no, I'm made of clay. I'm cracking.
And you can actually hear the rattling breath as she's breathing in, and see the little trickles of dust that are heading up the veil.
I got a 23.
I'm going to use
that's a
my
success.
inspiration to
Well,
reroll.
I was gonna say, will 3
have,
help?
Resilient, right? As well. The feat. Don't you get to use it? No, you already used your reaction. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I already used my.
Oh, that was better. Because that was a natural 20.
Okay. So you
so
both
23.
succeed.
That's mine.
Let's see.
I just do the whole Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Get back in there.
Yeah, so she starts pulling up at the moisture, and both of you manage to resist the effect that's happening. You're immune to that effect moving forward for the next 24 hours.
Yes.
Good job. Which is good because it exhausts you.
We've experienced this before.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is just like the Fey realm. Remember,
Yeah, it's
we were
horrible.
in the desert of whatever.
And then she's going to make 2 attacks, and she's basically going to send this kind of...
Hold on.
What?
That was the Fey realm. Was that just a recreation of this part of an area?
Oh, creepy.
Interesting.
Maybe.
A 20 does not hit Bolt, right?
No.
And then a natural 1 definitely doesn't hit
No.
Fred. So
Close.
these 2 bolts of rippling, not heat, but more it's literally tearing the water from the air, rush through towards you and kind of slam against
Steam?
Bolt's
Are they
shield.
like steam?
Yeah, kind of like steam.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very familiar with steam-powered stuff.
Skeletal
is
Knight
a steam
3.
punk.
Number 3 is right here.
Out there.
It is going to move 60 feet to get in front of its mistress.
I can do 40. Does it want to do more?
Yeah, 1 step away, so it's not adjacent to
Right. Yeah.
the princess. Yeah. Yep, perfect. And then number...
That's only 45 if it wants to come any
The
closer.
princess
by the way.
of Barovia.
This is Genosis. This is the planet.
The princess of Geonosis.
We have a bunch of clicking bug people yelling at us in stands.
All right, number 5 is next. Skeleton Knight number 5.
That would be that guy.
Can he move up 30 feet to also block for his mistress?
Barely.
Yep, move him up 30 feet.
He will be adjacent to her.
That's fine in this case, because now he can attack. He'll throw 3 axes at the giant rumbling in. One of them is a complete miss.
A whiff.
One of them is a 24.
That hits.
Okay. And the other one's a 25.
That hits as well.
Does a 24 just barely hit you?
It's right on.
So, do you get one
20,
in both legs?
20 damage. Yeah, total. 20 slashes damage.
20 total.
Yes.
Can they be spears?
And that was literally an 18 and a 19.
Nice.
So
It's been
congratulations. The other thug is going to skip their turn. The halfling is definitely going to just hide behind their number 2. Skeletal Knight number 2. Did they already go?
This one right here.
That's embarrassing to be called number 2.
They are going to run up 30 feet.
Not as bad as number 5.
It's shh. We cannot speak of it. It's illegal in all of Aneria.
30 gets him right here.
Can
or
he go?
here.
What about if he's trying to go through that gap over on the where the zombies came out of?
5, 10, 15.
Do you want to speculate what number 5 is?
30, he can get right in the
Perfect.
gap.
Yep, that's what he'll do.
Yep.
Don't do it on YouTube.
You know
Is
number 2.
is number 5 a fire
Number
emoji?
1, number 2. You know
And
number
then he's
3.
going to throw
So
axes.
when you eat 2 spicy Indian food,
We cannot speak about it on here. But in the Discord.
20 feet,
Mhm.
so he can hit.
Gotta keep that mystique up.
when you
Leave
can't
number
get
5
Victor,
in the
but you can
comments if
get
you've
Annie.
experienced it.
And he's not going
Or
to
know
take
what
the
it is.
disadvantage, so he'll throw.
Why didn't you name her Annie? So we can be like, Annie, are you okay?
No,
Hey.
Preston
Are you
already
okay?
figured out why I named her Ava Marie.
Ave Maria.
Because that popped into my head, and I was like, ooh.
We're gonna have that Batman sing. There's when Riddler.
Yes. Yes.
So that is 3 hits from these axes flying out. Ooh.
I don't know what play would sound like getting hit by an axe.
Yeah, they definitely like sink right in and into the shoulder and everything. She is not looking well at this point.
Who's not looking well?
Ava.
Oh, sorry, Ava.
Next up is Skeleton Knight. Number 6, right?
Skeleton
Right here,
Knight.
number 6, right here.
Number 6.
He is going to move through the gap.
Mind the gap.
Yep. Squeeze through his
10.
ally.
15 puts him right here. Where does he want to go?
He's going to actually move around and start heading for Victor.
Does he want to go?
He's going to avoid opportunity attack if he can.
Okay, so 25. He can go here
Okay.
or here.
Yep.
We'll put him either way.
As long as he's adjacent, that's fine.
He won't be adjacent to Victor.
No?
He's 10 feet away.
All right, well, then he'll just throw axes. That's 2 more crits. Oh my God.
What?
I'm not joking.
Get rid of those
All right.
things.
Hand me the dice. We're gonna go melt him.
So that's
get
2
torch.
2 crits and a 22 to hit.
Okay, I'm going. But all of them hit, and then I'm going to use my
First, second, or third? To
on,
half
on
the damage.
the first crit. I'm gonna
First crit. Okay.
half that one.
Then we will do.
Because I assume I
So
can see
with the
that.
halving, it's 14 damage on that first one.
Okay, got it.
Second crit, 2 1s on that first. Another 1.
Oh wait,
15?
Pause. I have resistance to. This is considered
yes.
piercing.
Resistance.
Slashing.
I have
Yeah.
Resistance to ghost axes.
So it's going to be half
7
Specifically.
on the first
on the
one.
first one, so 7 heal, and then go ahead.
7 on the second one after the halving. And then the damage on the third one is just going to be 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
Way to go, Blade Ward! That is the first time that's ever been used. Yeah, so you definitely feel like
That's part of the class, right? The special class that you did? Or
no,
something
it's
else?
part
Just
of
Warlock.
Warlock.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So yeah, you feel a little bit of a like preternatural sense as these daggers are,
A shield of Werthers.
as these axes are coming in, and
I feel the Werther's in my pocket goes like this and pulls me and out of the way just barely.
And despite them being spectral, you are able to like use your daggers to deflect them each time.
Okay.
And then
The
we
one,
got
the one dagger that's got butterscotch all over it when you're eating it can welcome.
Yeah.
We'll call it Scotchy.
the dwarf shouts out, "Ava!" and he's gonna run 50 feet.
You'll have to toss me.
Okay. And he's just basically booking it to try and help her out. And then we have skeleton number 1,
Right here in the back.
and he's going to move 30 feet up for the to flank his mistress as well. Not flank her, but to protect her.
So 30 puts him right there.
Perfect. Yep.
Reminder.
And you know what? He will throw axes. They'll just be at disadvantage against Fred. So, first one.
You can. Well, I mean.
It's within 20 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The first one is definitely not going to hit. What is your AC?
22.
22. I have it right here. I don't know why I'm asking. That's a natural 1. And that's another miss. Yep. Basically, he just kind of like wildly throws axes to try and get you distracted, but it's not too
You're getting
effective.
desperate, darling.
The goblin goes
Gablin.
next. Gablin.
Gablin.
He is going to run around the left side, actually, and help the lizard folk out with that zombie. He can move 30 feet. Perfect.
Right?
He's going to roll an attack roll here. And hit.
I don't know if that's right, but whatever. I'll trust it.
For 4 damage. Okay, and then the lizard folk, she's going to go into a bit of a frenzy because she has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all of its hit points.
Ooh.
One with its claw, one with its bite. So, claw attack.
Just before the attack, she does the
14.
toothless smile without teeth, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Ah!
14 will hit.
You just made me number 5 myself.
Oh, it's inking. I get it.
Maybe not.
Only Illithid can do it. Some Etiquathan can as well.
Yeah, so she just starts tearing pieces off of the zombie. She bites down on the neck and rips out a chunk of it. It is still standing.
Ooh, gross. Rotten food.
Yes. Victor, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm going to skirt around this guy. Skirt. And I'm going to run to right
Are you
here.
going to bonus action disengage, or are you going to just take the option?
He's
Not
I'm out of
adjacent.
Oh, not adjacent. That's right.
Unless they have
That's
reach.
right. Nope.
Halberds.
Nope.
So
15, 20, 25, 30 will put you here.
Can I... 30...
You go, let's see, 5,
Would
10,
I be able to
15,
get these 3... Or these
30,
guys?
actually, 30 can get you here.
Okay.
If you go.
That's where I want to go.
Slip
And
right in.
I'm going to
And
say...
you'll be adjacent to all 3 of those.
Do not throw your life away. Be more careful.
And I'm going to cast Sword Burst.
Okay.
And he's just going to take out his
All the daggers.
all the daggers and just make a single spin attack.
The whirling
The
dervish.
blender.
A blender. So here's where it's a little bit weird. So this is my Warlock spell. I'm level 1
Incinerator.
Warlock.
So this is cast at first
But
level.
it says this spell's damage increases by 1d6 when you reach 5th level, 11th level, and 17th level.
Yeah, that increases here.
And it would increase here. So this says I have 3d6, and
Yep.
that just was odd to me. I
It
wasn't
should
sure if
automatically
was-
calculate.
It does. I was just making
Yeah,
sure.
otherwise it would
that wasn't-
specify like at the Warlock 3rd level.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this will be 3d6.
What do
and
they
it's
need
a
to roll?
dex saving throw of
Dex saving
14.
Okay, we'll roll the zombies first. Because they're great with dex. First one fails.
Okay.
Second zombie succeeds. Actually, surprisingly. And then the knight fails. So 3d6 against the, we'll say the zombie that has been damaged. And then the knight. So
Okay,
what's the damage?
13 damage total.
13?
Do you want me to roll it for each or just one?
Just
total?
one.
13.
Yep. And then it's not half damage on a successful. This is just
So
a
Sword
cantrip,
Burst
right?
says, a momentary circle of spectral blades that sweep around me. All other creatures within 5 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage, and then it increases.
Yeah.
That's all it says.
Okay. Which knight is that's in the gap against Scott?
That one is number 2.
2?
Mhm.
So if they save, it's 0 damage. I assume
Yeah.
they just dodge it. But the blades are all going to be like spectral versions of all my actual blades.
Okay. Yeah, so your daggers kind of like, you spin them around once, and then the daggers like collect back into your hand, but the spectral blades continue to spin around.
It's like an
kind
after
of-
image.
Yeah. Very cool. Anything else you'd like to do?
And then my bonus action, I'm going to look at the one that's behind me, and I'm going to cast Hex on him.
Okay.
This guy?
Number
That
five,
one.
2.
Number 2.
Number 2. So
Number
skeleton
2.
knight.
Okay, so he'll take 1d6 extra damage.
I wouldn't have cast it before. At this point, I'm basically like challenging him, and just at this point, it's being like,
Your soul is forfeit for the Baba Yaga. I guess it's maybe already forfeit, but you know, I kind of feel a kinship for you, but I'm still going to kill you again.
Fred.
Oh, snap. Fred is going to skirt around here.
Okay. So you will take an opportunity attack from one of the
That's
zombies,
quite all right.
which does not hit.
Okay.
I think the zombies pretty much have to crit against you guys, if I'm not mistaken.
Should you say,
She's
nice
got
of you to
22,
line up
yeah.
so well.
Except for against Victor.
oh, I'm supposed to choose one ability that I cast with this when I cast with the spell. It has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
Okay.
With that ability, could I say like attacking with his halberd or his?
No, it's like
primary-
it's strength dex.
Strength.
It's like
Okay,
an
got it,
ability
got it.
modifier.
I'm
yeah.
gonna say
Doesn't affect too much,
strength.
just in case you need to manhandle him.
I probably will.
I think she'll actually move around right here.
Okay.
Instead.
Will that be another opportunity attack from another zombie?
Yeah.
Nope.
Then I can hit all 4 of them.
So Fred comes around, your throat burning, and you just wah.
Yes. So I make a dex.
Full on atomic
save.
breath is what we should give Fred eventually. Dex save, and that is
17?
how many knights are there that you're hitting with this?
3 knights
1, 4,
3 knights
5,
and then the
and the lady.
okay, the knights.
Yep, you can't get all
It's the Godzilla.
Going clockwise from Fred, we got a
They're going to come down
failure.
with their spectral axe.
Failure, save, failure on the knights.
So failure, save, failure.
Keep track of which one
4
saved.
saved. Okay.
And then the lady. What was the DC on that?
17
17.
dex.
She does not make her save.
We've got AoE damage now.
Okay. So go ahead and roll the damage, and then we'll just do half of it for the skeletons, and Scott can tell me which knights are which.
Woo! Love dice.
All right. So
58.
58. A huge roar comes up from the crowd. If I had the yay, I'd use it.
Yay!
Let's see. First skeleton that gets
damage is it
hit.
again?
Fire.
Fire. Sweet.
number 1.
Number 1.
Oh man, Bolt, I missed it. She cast Fireball, didn't she?
I wasn't looking, but I think so.
Next one.
No.
Number 4. That was the success.
Okay.
I missed
Attack
it.
damage,
I
I think.
can't believe I
Yeah.
missed it.
Yes.
And then number 5 is the other one. The inked. This number.
He inked.
He inked himself.
Yeah, that is a devastating blow to that section right there.
Any of them dead?
Nope.
Okay. What about the lady? I didn't hear if she.
She didn't make her save, but she's still up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else, Fred?
Let's do action surge.
Action surge.
Another dragon's breath.
No, I can only use that
Once per day.
once per day. Oops.
Oh, this one.
Okay.
You know, it's just an actual dragon's breath that I gave her.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it too powerful.
Okay, I'll start against the lady.
Okay, hitting the lady.
It's a lady. That is 27 to hit.
I believe that will hit. Yep. Go ahead and roll damage.
For 8, 9, 13, 14.
14 damage. Okay.
And is she immune to poison?
She
Can I
is.
have
Okay.
reduced his constitution?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
But that lowers
Most of
points.
them are.
Second attack. I didn't know if she was
Yeah.
undead.
Yep, you can kind of tell, like, you can get, like, the hints underneath the veil. In fact, if you want to know what she looks like,
I do.
she kind of looks like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, very much salt vampire from
From TOS.
TOS,
Star Trek.
Which is from the Tome of Beasts, Volume 1, and this is not a sponsorship, but it is available on D&D Beyond now, apparently. So, enjoy that.
Which is awesome.
Yes.
I want someone to go through and make every one of those models as a 3D print, so we can have them.
Miguel Zavala, get on it.
He's done a few.
Okay, next attack.
Second attack.
Second attack.
Is a 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
Third attack.
Third attack.
Is a 28 to hit.
28 will hit.
For 16 damage.
16.
And I will also throw in
The Psionics.
a psionic strike for an extra 7.
Extra 7. Yeah, you definitely, while these knights are reeling from the flames, you deliver some quick blows to this emaciated woman.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Anything else that you'd like to do?
I would say that is... I think that's it.
Okay. Then next up is Skeletal Knight 4, which I believe is right next to you. If I'm not mistaken.
Did I go that far down on the list?
Yeah, just a couple more.
Right there.
Yeah, number 4 is the one that saved.
Okay. It is going to move up to Fred to defend the honor of its mistress.
Ooh.
I'll
Mistress,
be the
eh?
dead man.
First
who will
attack
fight for your
is
honor.
13 to hit.
Yes.
Then we've got a 11 to hit and a 20 to hit.
Miss.
So he comes slashing in with his blade, and you just kind of like dip and duck and dive and dodge.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a blade wielded by a zombie.
Bring him some liberty.
Ava is going to go next, and she is going to slash at the zombie that she's been hitting with her dagger, which is going to hit for 6 damage. Taking that zombie down by like stabbing it in the head.
The way her
the
figure is
temple?
positioned right now, she's chopping like into the shoulder.
Yeah. And then the 2 rapier attacks on the next zombie, which both will hit. Because she's amazing, apparently. Despite being almost dead.
You cannot become undead. Dead.
18 total damage to that zombie. And then she's going to use her bonus action to disengage and move 30 feet towards Bolt, dancing backwards. And she calls out to the dwarf and says,
15.
"You fool!"
That's 15. You
Yep.
want to go further?
Nope, that's good.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, let's do 2 more. She comes up behind Bolt and says, my friend is an idiot. Please rescue him."
You there, dwarf.
Hmm?
Get behind me.
Okay. Bolt, it is your turn.
I am going to
He does act
cast...
pretty low down on the list, by the way.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it, and I'm going to put it so I can get these 4 right here.
Okay.
Not get Fred.
What is the saving throw on that?
That is a Dexterity 17 saving throw.
We have 1 success from the, we'll say number 4 again.
Oh, that's the one I wanted.
He's the elite. Everyone else. You said it was 4 total that got hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, including
Including
the
the Mistress Lady or the
I told you
vampire.
guys you should have done your
Princess
morning
of Salt.
colors.
Alright. Fairy Fire. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Strike.
short.
Okay, so that's advantage on attack rolls.
Yep. So 1, 5. And Salt Vampire.
are fairy fired.
Okay.
No vampire.
She's just like
Fred,
really
I
snotty.
think
She's
you know what to
salty.
do. Yes.
This isn't fair.
No, it's not fair at all.
This isn't fun.
You guys are using hacks.
Actually.
And then I'm going to do action surge.
Okay.
So another action.
Mhm.
And I'm going to move, so I am right here between these.
Okay.
So I am concentrating. And then I'm going to start punching things. I'm going to punch number 5, or attack number 5.
Okay. Skeleton number 5.
That is a dirty 20.
Did you roll for advantage as well?
That's a dirty 21.
Dirty 21. Okay, yeah, that hits.
So that is a D8. And then I get a D6 for being big.
That's just how it goes. I'm big, so I get an extra D6.
Ha ha.
The first attack on a turn I can't.
I know.
First. Yeah.
It just sounded
yeah.
like Scott when we were kids. He'd be like,
I'm titanium.
I'm
you can't hurt
titanium,
me.
so you can't hurt me.
I'm big. You're
19.
small.
19,
right,
yeah.
you're wrong.
Thunder damage
Okay.
and disadvantage on anything not against me.
Sounds good.
Okay, and then I'm going to also
Yeah,
swing at number.
I was just
I'm big.
3.
You're small.
I'm smart. You're dumb.
Ooh, and that's a 17 or a 17. I rolled 2 4s.
That will miss.
Dice. 18.
That will hit.
Oh, we know their AC.
Found the AC.
Okay.
And that's number 3, you said?
Yes. Yeah, I'm hitting 5 and 3.
Okay. Who has... That one didn't... 3 didn't get hit with the fire
No.
blast, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Now they
full.
all equip shields of varying quality.
I want to
No.
fire rune it though.
Okay, chain it down.
Yeah. So it has to make a strength saving throw of DC 18 or be restrained for 1 minute.
It does make it save. So it's still going to take the damage, but it won't be restrained.
Okay. But it does take the 2d6 fire damage.
These things seem particularly strong.
For zombies. So that's 9 thunder damage with the disadvantage
Okay.
effect, and then 6 fire damage.
So 15 total?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Anything else that you'd like to do?
That is my turn.
Literally everything. Yeah.
That's everything I can do.
How many zombies do we have left?
We have 4.
4?
5.
2 next to Bolt.
2, 3, 4, 5. 4.
4. Okay. We'll do the one against the
The
lizard
goblin's
Bolt
not a zombie
first.
yet.
It does not hit anything. The 2 against Bolt definitely don't hit. And the one against Victor, which actually has kind of a chance to hit because it's Victor, only rolls a 10. So they all kind of swipe ineffectively this round. Not doing much, but that's zombies for you.
They're fodder.
Yep, they're big meat bags by
What's
this
in your
point.
head?
Zombie.
The blue thug is very worried about her friend, the dwarf. So she is going to rush and dash 60 feet to try and help him out.
So 55 gets right there, 60 gets in front of him.
60 in front of him, that's fine. And you hear Ava shout, "What are you doing?"
Fly, you fools.
Then it is the princess's turn. And you can tell, like, even though you've wounded her grievously, you can tell, like, the wounds are starting to, like, stitch closed a little bit.
No.
And she is going to...
She's part troll.
She is actually going to use her action and glare at Bolt for a moment. And then she just goes... and just breathes in, and all of the fairy fire sucks into her mouth and disappears as she casts a spell magic.
Oh, damn. Great. Well, I tried.
I mean, that used her whole action, so, you know, no attack for her.
No soup for you.
Then we've got number 3, Skeletonite number 3, which is in front of Bolt. We're just going to do 3 attacks here. 27 to hit on the first one.
Yep.
So you're going to take 11 necrotic damage, and you can't regain hit points until the start of the knight's next turn. The next one is a 23 to hit. And then we've got one that's far lower. So the first one, basically one of them gets a nick on your leg before you manage to get the shield down into place.
This one's name is Nick.
Yep.
Jerk.
Then we got number 5, which is where?
Over
5
next
is
to
right
it.
here.
Yeah.
It's so they're no longer fairy fired though. I'll take the rings off them. But it's right next to me. Or it's the bullet.
Okay. Then 3 more attacks against you. One of them is nothing. One of them is a 27.
Hits.
And the other one's a crit. But it's not a crit against you. It's just a regular hit.
damage.
So 14 necrotic from the first one. And 13 necrotic from the second one.
Same effect, right?
Yes. Basically, now you can't
So how do they
into
stack?
5s. It's basically 3s will go off, but you'll still have 5s on you. So 5s, you'll just have to track until 5s next turn. Or I will. The other, I call them thugs, but they're the other sailor, the one in the red. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to go 60 feet to help his partner out because good crews stick together. To the dwarf. Yeah. Perfect. The halfling is just going to stay where she is. She's terrified. She does not look like she's a fighter at all, guys.
She's got like a sharpened stick.
Yes. Yep.
She has her own switch.
I met some 12-year-old boy and he said, "Here, use this."
Kid.
It's dangerous out there. Take this.
Number 2. Where's number 2?
Number 2 is
in front of me.
In the crevasse.
Here.
Okay.
Crevasse.
3 attacks on
Crevasse.
Victor.
Crevasse.
The
A
crevasse.
22.
But a small chink in the wall.
22 will hit Victor. For 15 necrotic damage.
A chink.
Yeah, from
Midsummer
Night's Dream. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we've got a 14, which is a miss.
Okay.
And then that is also a hit.
Did you say that there's one that would hit? So I will
Yeah,
use
so 15,
my...
15 necrotic damage on the first one.
I'm going to use... the reaction I want to react and use my protective wings to
Okay.
increase my AC by 5.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, so that first one will
Like a
miss.
shield. Nice.
As you kind of like rear
So
back,
I-
these golden dragon wings come out and around you and kind of slam into place and block the blow. And there's like a from the crowd. And then the second attack is. I actually have to calculate here.
I am a dragon's vein!
22 is the attack on that AC.
22, so
I think that
mine...
still
Let's
hits.
see, I'm a 16 plus 5, so
21?
it's going to be 21. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
15 necrotic damage on the third
and
attack.
can I have that with...
Yep.
No, I already used my reaction. I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, I think that is your reaction. So,
I always forget to... That's right here.
and then you can't regain hit points until the end of
Yeah, it's a
turn
reaction.
2's next
So,
turn.
yeah. So how much? I'm sorry, how much was it?
15.
15 total, okay.
And then we have number 6. Where's number 6? I think that's the farthest one.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to rush towards that trio.
Come back. Fight me like a undead man.
He's going to make sure he's within the range of 2 of them. Yeah,
Does he want
sure.
to kill the dwarf? Or we want to kill the
Yeah, we'll just go for the humans. Why not?
pirates? Okay.
2 attacks on the one on the left. That is a hit. And a hit. That one, he just cuts down completely.
Ooh, blue or red?
Red. And
get
then
already
the
know
other
zombie.
one
Oh no.
does damage to. Okay, looking worse for wear. It does hit all, basically.
But still alive.
Yep, that one's still alive. Let's put the other one on the map still, because we'll do saving throws for him. That sounds fine. Next up is the dwarf, who's going to shout, "No!" and then attack the knight. Come around the side, but he does not. Oh my gosh, he actually hit one of them.
Hit?
Yep.
Corey, we need to base this. This is like your first mini you ever
I
painted.
know. He hits him for 1 damage.
All about that base. All about that base.
This is supposed to be. This is based off of the Battlehammer dwarf,
No tremble.
like clan Battlehammer, and they are the worst. Knight number 1.
Number 1 is right here.
Moving up to
measures.
Fred. Wrapping around to Fred.
Okay.
And then 3 attacks.
Rapidly. Oh no, Fred, you're surrounded.
Attack number 1.
Blind them with your awesomeness.
Miss. Attack number 2. Miss. Attack number 3.
At least he's polite. He keeps calling you miss.
25.
Double hit.
Okay. So that last one is going to actually sink in and do 13 necrotic damage, and then you will not be able to heal until the end of its next turn.
Okay, as a reaction, I will use my telekinetic reprisal
Ooh.
to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, strength saving throw. What's the DC?
17.
17. He does make his save.
Pooh.
Would have been so good.
I
the first
know.
time. Stupid DM getting in your way.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, top of the next round, the goblin is going to stab in at that zombie and hit. Good job, old man. For 8 damage.
48 damage.
48 damage. And actually, he is going to stab right into the zombie's head and pierce through the eye and then pull out, and the zombie falls. The lizard folk is in a little bit of a rage at this time.
Oh boy.
She is going to charge into the center of the big cluster melee.
Mm-hmm.
And eat Fred.
In the center of it. She's going to slide in if she can between... If there's a space where she can get within 10 feet of every enemy in that vicinity. Or at least as many as possible.
Yes, right there puts her in 10 feet of every single enemy.
Okay. And then she is going to...
And Bolt and Fred, technically.
Yes, she can choose these creatures, though. So
Okay.
She knows your allies. She is going to do something that is apparently called Rend the Field. So she makes a claw attack against each creature within 10 feet of her choice, which will be how many attacks?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5? 4 skeleton knights?
6, technically, if she wants to hit the zombie within 10 feet.
Yes, she definitely does. Everything. Okay. So 4 skeleton knights, the big lady, and one of the zombie is a failure. She crits one of the skeleton knights. She's gonna hit all of the skeleton knights. And
I like how they sound like they're from a place, like Skeleton Knights.
Skeleton knights, yeah.
Skeletonites, yes.
She does not hit the princess though. But she will hit all the skeleton knights and deal. We're just going to do 1 attack roll for each. 17 slashing damage. And then against the other one, we'll do another 2d8. Another 9. 17 plus 9 is?
28? No. 17 plus 9 is 25.
25.
26.
And which...
Sorry,
26.
Which knight is closest?
26.
Which knight is on her
So
left?
close.
This one is number 1.
Okay. And then she hits... What are the knight numbers that she hits in total? Sorry, I need to...
1, 4, 3,
And 5.
5.
For a second, I thought we were counting it. It was
1, 4, 3, 5. That's how you do it now.
Why?
In case you didn't. We
Two,
changed
sir.
counting.
Math is math.
Okay. And then, she doesn't hit the zombie. Oh, and then they need to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. That is a failure, a success, a success, a success. So the, again, number 5, what was it? The one to her left?
That's number 1.
Number 1? Number 1 gets knocked prone.
Okay. I'll go to P. P's, where are they?
Victor.
Okay.
Across the
None of the other
battlefield.
ones did?
Yeah, none of the other ones did, no.
He's prone.
How many are in my vicinity?
You have
2.
1 in front of you and 1 behind you. You have a knight in front of you and a zombie right behind you.
Okay.
And then 15 feet away is number 6 for another skeleton knight.
I'm going to bonus action disengage and swing around to the one that's attacked the guy that fell.
Okay.
And I want to attack him.
You want to go in the middle or just off the side here?
Just so I can stab him from behind.
Yeah.
I'm going to stab him with
That's not
Cinderhearth.
Which number is this?
6.
Number 6.
Okay.
So we're going to roll d20.
Which is F, right? A, B, C, D, F, yeah.
So that is a 13.
Still hit
I still want to make my little magnetic ones that have A, B, C, because it matches that.
Okay, so that's a 15 to hit.
15 will not hit.
Okay.
They have an 18 AC, remember?
Yeah. I was going to try and use my sneak attack bonus to...
Do you have inspiration?
No. I looked at it to check if I had inspiration. I don't have inspiration.
We were given inspiration, though, at the end of last game.
Yeah.
Then I do have inspiration. I'll roll it again. It's worse. It's 2.
Well, you tried. That's all that matters.
The
I
lesson
guess.
here is never try.
Yeah.
Basically.
Victor turns around. He's in his flow, and then he realizes,
Oh no, she said not to let them die. Crap.
Crap. Whoopsies.
Mission failed. Where's the reset button?
We'll get him next time.
Save scummer.
Save scum. Save scum.
Reset.
Fred.
Okay. Fred will attack. Fred, same thing.
Fred talks about
princess.
Fred as Fred. Yes.
That I do.
so
that is a 26 to
That'll
hit.
hit.
For 11.
11. Okay.
Second attack. So bad. That is a 19.
19 will hit.
Oh, excellent. For 9 damage.
9 damage.
Scott, when I'm standing, I want to be standing
Is
behind
another 19.
him, right
That'll
next
hit.
to the other guys.
Or
right here.
another 9.
That is
5
enough.
feet of
Yes.
Other dudes.
So how would you like to take her out?
Not the knock prone.
Just
Other
with
devil.
Thorn
Just the other
Piercer, I will pierce her right
In
the
the
gut.
thorn.
Okay.
And then just
Like rend up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And as you the sword flicks out, it rips through the veil, and everybody can see the desiccated face and the peeled back lips as she falls backwards, and the crowd just goes berserk again.
And she hits
Apologies
the
to
ground
the
and
crowd.
turns into salt.
Yep.
There's
Yeah,
a brief
basically.
pause when you hit the Zypher
Wife of
process.
bath.
yes.
Separate
Pillar
the
of
chest
salt.
cavity.
Yeah.
Oh, whoopsies. Did I do that?
Fred's catchphrase. Definitely only Fred's catch. Nobody can copyright her.
That's true.
Nobody knows. Anything else that Fred would like to do?
Mom.
I will do
The do.
the do.
We got hosed, Tommy.
So I couldn't regain hit points until
The end of number 1's next turn, which has not come around.
that was
yet.
like turn yet.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Then I'm good for right now.
Okay. And we will move on to number 4, which I believe is in front of Bolt, right?
Nope. Right
Or
next
is
to.
next to Fred.
It's right here.
He's not prone.
Okay, yeah. Attacks against Fred then. Wah! Wah! Well, one of those is crit, so one of those is hitting.
Yaker.
Jeez, you're full of crits today.
Apparently, 26.
You are full of
I mean,
crit today.
it helps when I'm making 3 attacks with every character.
If you think Cory is full of
26.
crit, put a fire thing in the comments. It's getting late.
18
words are hard.
necrotic damage on the first attack.
Okay.
And then the second one is...
Wait, can I use my reaction after that first attack?
Do you want to use it on the crit instead? The reaction on the
Well,
crit?
because I want to do my telekinetic reprisal.
Oh, yeah.
And if I can do that, I can push him if it succeeds. I push him 10 feet away.
Okay, so that's a strength saving throw of, what was the DC again?
17.
17. I mean, this is preventing a crit, so let's just see.
Ooh.
That's a failure.
So he takes then 2d8 force damage.
I would say roll there, but you're gonna hit.
So just to be clear, that feat isn't a use it and lose it even if it fails, right? Just to make sure it's not like a once per short rest.
No. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
Okay, 5
that I can
okay,
use.
perfect.
And this is a reaction.
Okay.
Ooh, so 8 plus 7 is
Nice.
15.
High roller.
15,
And
okay.
then he's pushed 10 feet away.
Push 10 feet. Okay. We will go ahead and say that interrupts that third attack, but he will move up to you. Basically, he slams into the wall and he stumbles forward and he starts charging at you again. But it won't allow him to do that third attack. Because
Perfect.
I think that's cool.
Thank you.
Then we've got Ava, who, against her better judgment, has to go save her friends. And she's going to rush in at the Skeletal Knight.
Men say only fools
Yep. One is a miss. 2 is a miss. One of the rapiers does hit. Which number is that again?
6.
6. Doing 11 damage. That one is definitely like the most awake and alive one. Bolt, it is your turn.
Okay.
Let's just go ahead and do some let's do some punches.
Okay.
On
Number 5. Wait, why do I get advantage? Just because of big? I thought it was
Just
just
because of
straight
big?
saving throws, not on attacks.
I don't. It's not on attacks.
Because last time you had me roll with advantage.
Last time it was with Fairy Fire.
I thought, oh, that's right. It wasn't gone yet.
Yeah, it wasn't gone yet.
That's right. That's right. I tried, guys. I tried.
Again, you wasted a whole turn of the
30.
boss. Yes, the 30 will hit.
Okay, so this is on number 5.
5 is alive.
Johnny number 5.
That's 11. 9 thunder damage and 2 punchy damage.
Okay. It is definitely looking very weak at this point.
Gotta disassemble it.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go ahead and... So it's looking very weak.
Yeah.
Rather than attack number 3, I'm going to attack number 5 again.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, epic die coming out.
Mm-hmm. 10 plus 13. That's dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Come on, Bolt. Come on, Bolt.
15 thunder damage.
15. And it does not make its undead fortitude, which these guys have as well. So you
I
crush
just
that one.
and it just goes and you. It's like the cartoon when a skeleton gets hit with something and the bones just go as I drive it into the ground.
Perfect.
Your knuckles like make a xylophone sound as it goes down the ribcage.
Anything else that you'd like to do?
That is all I can do.
Okay. There's 2 zombies next to you still, right?
Yes.
They'll both make an attack against you, neither of which hit. And then there's one that's going to move up to Victor and make an attack against him, which is only a 9.
Miss.
Nice try, zombies.
Knife try, Victor says.
What the fork are you doing here?
The blue thug,
Knife
or,
try.
sorry, the blue sailor.
Well, the silverware puns are, I think, Fred's domain.
You guys want to see Mystery Men?
Yes.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah, that came out when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's going to do 5 damage to the one that's been wrecking their shiz.
Number 6.
Yep.
Number 6.
This is Ava.
Not Ava. It's the blue. Then we've got number 3.
Number 3 is right here in front of Bolt, and right next to Fred and Keth, or Lizard Lady.
Lizard Lady. Definitely not Kith. One against each of you. The one against.
Get him.
Who did I attack first? I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna re-roll it because I can't. I'm gonna attack Fred first,
Perfecto.
which is a 17.
Miss.
Gonna attack Bolt next, which is a 18,
Miss.
and then attack not Kith, which is that's gonna hit her. Actually, if you want to know her name, it is Zvaka.
Zvaka.
Yep, SVACCKA. Svaka.
Osiris.
And
Zolix.
she is going to take
Zetodas.
some damage.
Zolbroker.
16. She's okay, though. She is probably the toughest one on the team, except for maybe Ava. Then we've got number 5 is dead. Oh, death saving throw on the fallen sailor is a success. The halfling is... She's going to move up 30... She's going to move up 60, kind of closer to the action. Thinking that maybe I can throw a rock. I don't know. Definitely not, like, around that pillar. She's going to stay behind the pillar.
Okay.
Throw a rock.
Yep.
You want her to put maybe like here.
Yep, put her, like, right there. Number 2.
Number 2 is right here in the crevasse.
Is going to come out of the crevasse and rush at Victor.
The crevasse.
Attack
It
number
can't. The ring won't go through.
Through the veil.
1. Number 1 is a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Number 2 is a 21 to hit. Okay.
Anything over 16.
Hey, buddy.
15 damage.
Stress you?
Okay.
And then number 3, attack number 3 is gonna miss.
Okay.
And then number 5.
That
Number 5 is gone.
Dead.
That's the one I killed.
Oh, sorry, number 6. It is number 6. We're gonna do 1 attack on Ava, which is going to hit. Yeah, that song starts playing. Oh my gosh, she's down to 1 hit point. Woohoo! He's gonna move on to the thug, and does that miss the thug? No, that's gonna hit the thug. Again, I'm calling them thugs, but they're sailors. Yeah, it's just what they're titled in here.
That's fine.
Does take out that thug though. Drops the blue, and then the 3rd attack is on the dwarf if he can reach.
Yeah, they're all adjacent to each other.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the dwarf
Goodbye, Gimli.
AKA bloobs.
Gimli.
and knock him out too.
Blue with the berries.
Yeah, basically, he just does a big sweep and takes out 2 of them. The crowd cheers. The dwarf needs to make a saving throw. First failed.
Ava's on her last eye because her character.
Figure it is a eye patch.
Number 1
Oh dear.
is next.
That is right. Yeah, he's prone.
Okay, he is going to stand up from prone and make a trio of attacks against Fred.
Hasn't been my
Okay.
turn.
27 to hit.
Was
My
it?
reaction yet, so.
Okay, so that's going to be
'Cause I think it was
17
my reaction.
damage on that one. Natural 1 on the second, and then a natural 2 on the third. So those are 2 misses.
I
Nice.
forgot about cloak of displacement.
Okay. And then just a minute here before we... Oh, yeah, you gotta remember that cloak of displacement. That
Well, you
is-
have your list of stuff sitting right in front of you.
I just need to put down...
Too many actives.
Too much fun.
Yes.
Let's see. Iron doors.
S. I'm just gonna write down their saving throws really quick here.
All my diamonds.
You damage sword.
Got 6 diamonds. It says they're
Okay.
1,000 gold.
Then we are back up to the top of the round again here. The goblin is... He's got to help his friends. He's gonna rush for the zombie, though. He's better at zombies.
Yeah.
You can go here.
Not this time, though.
Oh dear.
Unless he has pack tactics. Does he have pack tactics?
Not one. He sticks his bolt
None
in
of
the
those.
leg.
Kobolds and
Whoops! I
Yeah,
missed.
nope. But he misses, but he does have nimble action, so he'll disengage and back up again.
What a wimp.
He's just a little guy.
The
Well, he's
lizard
a little
folk
wimp.
is going to
He's just a
attempt to
little
recharge
guy.
her rend ability. She does not, so she'll just make 2 attacks on.
1, 3, 4.
We'll go ahead and do 1, just because 1 was the one she was kind of focusing on last time.
1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
you guys both went different directions with it.
She does some damage, not 50 damage, that's for sure. But she's definitely like rending into that knight. Victor, it is your turn. Your cloak of displacement is now
that's-
active again.
That's filter.
Filter?
Yes, whose one is?
Oh,
One is loneliest.
Okay.
Or
Oh,
Three Dog
okay.
Night.
Yeah. Sorry,
Question.
I didn't realize which one Preston was singing.
With these guys being prone and laying down and out of the way, would I be able to use my...
You can kill them, yes, easily.
Yes, I could kill it.
Yep.
If I use Sword Burst,
Does it say each creature within?
it says that all other creatures within 5 feet must succeed on dexterity saving throw. or
They
take
would
1d6
automatically
force.
fail.
Yeah, it would.
So they would
yeah,
automatically
Yeah.
But if you disengaged and came around to here,
Get 2. I'd probably just do more damage just hitting them.
You'd probably just do more damage, like stabbing the knight and trying to sneak attack it. Maybe.
That's kind of what I was thinking. But all right, I'm going to.
you have advantage, don't you, with that?
No,
Sneak
but I'm
attack
going to
yourself.
give myself advantage
By using a
by
performance.
using my steady aim.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So basically, forego all my movement to be able to. I'm making sure it's not one that's thrown. Just a next attack roll. It doesn't have to be thrown. So I'm going to just basically stay and I'm going to stab him in the backside.
Okay.
Use this one.
Stab him in the bum.
Natural 20!
Nice. Don't even need the advantage.
All right, and I am going to add a
An epic die.
epic dice to this. So we're going to actually roll it twice. So that's 2. So that's 6 for the epic dice.
6 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the epic dice, just to get that out of the way. And then we're looking at Cinderhearth here. This is... Nope, that's the wrong button.
Scott, which number is this on?
This one is on number 6, I'm assuming,
2d4.
right? Preston? The one right in front of you?
Yeah, the one that's fighting, that's
Ava?
hurting
Yeah.
Ava.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 5 damage plus 8. So that's going to be 14? 13? 13.
So 19 total.
And then we're going to do another 1d10, or 2d10 of poison.
Okay. Poison.
Sorry, not poison, fire.
Fire. Okay, I was gonna say they are.
The one
immune to
it's
poison.
based on is poison. That's what I saw. It's another 13 fire damage. Plus
Did you roll
sneak
those
attack.
2d10 twice?
I did not.
Because it's a
recall.
crit.
So
Thankfully, this thing keeps track of it for me. Or unless I cancel.
just
it
roll an
entirely.
extra. Just roll an extra 2d10. I still have the number in my head.
2d10. Okay. I rolled it, but I clicked the other thing and it messed it up. 17 is in the
17,
additional
so
one.
that's a total of 30 more.
And then sneak attack.
Okay. Which is you'll roll that twice as
26
well. 26.
plus another 29. So that's going to be 40, 55.
You said 29 on the second one.
Yeah, 26 and 29.
Okay. I think that's over 100 damage. In fact, that is
26, 29, and 30?
So it's going to be
It's like 85, I think.
No.
26, 29. So 20, 30 plus 5, 35. Yeah, 35 plus the other damages.
That is enough to take him out. You just, full on like ran right through him. The flames just kind of burst up into the air.
I don't want to sound like Debbie Downer kind of person, but you guys are kind of getting in the way. Can you move your people a little further away?
I'll start dragging bodies.
Thank you.
Victor, I can't see what's happening, but that sounded very impressive.
It was. I cast fireball on his insides.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you can also cast Fireball.
Very small fireballs.
Oh, okay.
Anything else that you would like to do?
Me too.
So I
Pew,
did my
pew,
attack.
pew.
I used my
Fire
bow thing.
golf balls.
That one
Ping
was the
pong.
one. I don't think it matters. I had what I think 2 is the one I have hexed.
Yes.
But it's necrotic damage, so it wouldn't do anything. I was thinking it was the one where when you kill him, you get life or hit points back, but it's not.
that is Hexblade's curse.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. So,
Yep.
Here. Hunter's Mark. Don't have a hex split. I don't have a
Perfect.
hex one, but.
and then bonus actions, we are. I don't think I have anything that's going to be particularly helpful here. I want bonus actions, please.
You want to move in the way of the bodies, or do you want like?
I am going to put myself between them.
Okay.
Shield Faith, Zephyr Strike, Flame Blade, Ensnaring Strike, Cunning Action, Steady Aim. No, Steady Aim was the bonus action. Yeah, so Steady Aim, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yep. So move. Oh, that's right. Steady aim was.
It's all my movement. I can't move.
So you can't move.
But I am within 5 feet of them, and I do have my reaction back, so if they do attack them, I'm going to be using my protective wings to try and help them
Okay.
make their saves.
How many times can you use protective wings?
5 times for 1 long rest.
Fred, it's your turn. Sorry.
Perfecto.
How many times can I use the harp?
I think the harp has... I don't know how many charges I gave it. But since we did 5 for these two for the proficiency bonus, we'll just say 5.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Okay, I'll start by attacking number 1.
I still need to write it out, so.
Ooh, which is a 19 plus
19 will
11.
hit.
Plus 11, yeah. Okay.
So 30.
Yes.
Nice.
For 15 damage.
On number 1, you said? Let's see. Hang on just a moment.
Oh, the skeletonite.
That's enough to take him out.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Well done.
Now we'll attack number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4 for 21.
21 will hit.
Oops. And that is 9 damage. Third attack
Oh, sorry.
Whoop.
It is late.
is... Oops.
It is 12:30.
That is a 21
21 will hit.
Steal the declaration.
for 10
10 damage.
damage.
Okay. Alrighty, that one is still up, but
And let's do... Let's add in a psionic strike.
for an extra,
An extra
D8.
Plus 4. So that is for 9. And
Yep.
then as a bonus action, I will use my...
I think you are still unable to heal.
He hasn't had his turn yet?
I think they
Well,
attacked
number 1
you.
is dead now.
Number 4 attacked you and hit you once
Before you pushed him
before
away.
you pushed him. So
Because you did one attack, second attack you bounced
pulsed
him
him.
back, and then he missed
Yeah,
his
so-
third.
until the start of his next turn, you can't heal. So
I thought it was number 1.
number 1 also, but they are farther down the list, so they would have already gone. But number 4 also hit you with that. So
Oh, after the fact.
Yes.
I got you. I'm like, how is that possible? It's my turn again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I got you. Never mind.
Yep.
Okay.
okay.
Well
Anything
then,
else?
as my bonus action, I suppose I will do, psionic recovery.
And get a die back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4's turn here. We'll do attack on Fred. Miss. Attack on Fred. Miss. Attack on Fred. Miss. Wait, why am I rolling my eyes? I don't care. Yeah, he just comes in and tries to hit you.
You've crit like 1,000
Yeah,
times
exactly.
tonight. But it's okay.
Yeah, Ava's gonna take Victor's advice. Bonus action disengage and pull the 2 humans back, just like 10 feet, because that's all she can do as she's dragging them away. Bolt.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to use my guardian armor, and I'm going to... Anyone within 20 feet of me that I can see is going to get temporary hit points equal to my level,
Nice.
or my
Yeah.
Artificer level, so to 12.
Have to be conscious.
No, they don't have to.
So then, is red and blue in here?
That's what I was thinking. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I would say these 2 and probably Ava.
Okay.
So
the
those
goblin.
they get 12 temps. 20, unfortunately, you're out of range.
No, it's okay.
The goblin is in range. He gets 12.
Okay.
Lizard's in range. Get 12. You get 12 temporary hit points as well.
Sweet.
Fred does, but not the zombies.
I
Haha.
don't know if that actually works on unconscious people, but we're gonna do it anyway.
It says allies.
Yeah, but I don't know if like you can get temporary hit points when you're unconscious. Not the dwarf, right?
No, not the dwarf.
Okay.
And if they don't, that's fine. I mean,
Okay. Anything
it's
else?
not healing, but it helps.
Yeah.
That's exactly how you get around this not being
Yep.
able to heal.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move away from the zombies. I'm
2
gonna go
zombie attacks.
Yep.
No.
2 reactions. Can they slow me down at all?
Nope.
Then I'm going to keep going. And then I'm going to attack number 4.
Number 4.
So, first attack.
Okay. So temporary hit points. If you have 0 hit points, receiving temporary hit points does not restore you to consciousness or stabilize you, but it can still absorb damage directed at you while you're in that state.
Perfect.
This is a 32 to hit.
32 will hit. Yeah.
Just a 32.
Just a casual
little
32.
Man, my damage has been terrible tonight. That's 11 damage. 10 of it is thunder with the disadvantage.
Okay.
And then the next attack's going to be on number 3. And that's going to be a 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
And that one is 14 thunder damage.
14 and disadvantage. Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Zombie. So there's 3 zombies left.
Yep.
Zombies are going to move into the closest person and attack him. So 1 on Victor, with disadvantage, is a 14.
Misses.
Then we've got
This one would probably go to the lizard girl.
Lizard Folk is a hit.
And then this one would go back for Bolt.
The 1 on Bolt is a miss. The 1 on the Lizard Girl is 7, but that's just eating into those delicious temporary hit points. Zombies love temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie bombs
they're
know
not as
that temporary
filling.
hit points are part of a complete breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Balanced
Nummy
diet.
nums.
The blue sailor, whose
Saving
name,
throws.
she has a name, and it's Dorna. She has 1 failed
Like
saving
Lorna
throw.
Doone, but Dorna
Yeah.
Dorna Loon. In fact, I'm going to write down that last name, Dorna Loon.
Loon or Lune?
Loon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Dorna Loon.
Let's see.
I'm tired of this Dorna Loon, Grandma.
Number 3. Number 3
Number 3, right here.
can hit Bolt.
Or lizard or Fred.
Okay, well, gonna
But
do
disadvantage on anything but Bolt.
yes. Gonna do 1 on Lizard. And
Disadvantage?
miss because of the disadvantage. Right? Yes.
Yes.
1 on Fred.
That's the hope.
Miss because of a disadvantage. And then 1 on Bolt, which is a 23 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. He just kind of does that kind of wide swing and everybody ducks out of the way as kind of this thundering jitters his sword and makes
It's
it
making the
noise.
whole thing go. Whoa.
Yeah.
And he's like,
The other guy
it's like trying to hold
The other
like
sailor?
a 30-foot long PVC pipe, and it's like just wiggling.
has a failure on his end. The halfling is going to toss a rock and actually hit the zombie.
Kill the zombie with a rock.
It just does 1 damage.
You're stronger than you believe.
Oh, I'm not.
Throws a rock.
Number
hits the
2.
rubble, and it falls over and kills 3 of
Next
them.
to Victor.
Okay.
That's the hex.
3 attacks against Victor. First with disadvantage because you've still got the cloak active. But that's a 26 to hit. So
I think that hits.
I'm not going to react to that.
okay.
Saving my reaction in case I need to use it for dwarf.
I thought you meant you are not going to react.
That is
I'm not
that's
gonna react to
19
that.
damage.
I will not react to that. 19 damage.
Yes.
Still alive.
Second attack is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm still standing.
You still have your cloak, though?
No.
No, once it gets hit, it
Once
just
again. For 18
damage.
necrotic. Yep.
I'm going to reduce that. I am going to
So you take 9.
use my reaction to reduce it, so I'll take 9 damage. Go ahead.
And then the
What is
last
your
one.
constitution, by the way?
+1.
So
12?
The last one's going to be a miss, actually.
Yes.
Still
We
standing.
need to find you some constitution stuff.
The dwarf.
How do you always do this?
I don't know.
You down to 1?
5.
One of my favorite moments from one of the last episodes was when Victor was like, Bolt, I think you should be the tank.
Yes,
This
that was
time.
great.
Yep. Then the dwarf does make a successful saving throw, so he's got 1 and 1. And then we're up to the top of the next round. The goblin's going to rush back in and stab at that zombie.
10.
Yep. Going to hit.
Stab her in the butt.
D8 plus 2. 8 damage.
Magic.
Which I think... Well, let's see if Undead Fortitude triggers. It does. So that zombie's at 1 hit point, unfortunately. So, and then disengage and back away again. Skitter away. The lizard folk's going to try and re-up her ability, but it doesn't work, so she's just going to... You know what? She's going to send a claw at the zombie that is shambling about.
The one that just got fortituded?
Yep.
Fartituded?
Dealing...
Fartituded?
12...
You toot farted?
But the zombie once again makes its undead fortitude save, so you know what? She's going to bite. Screw this.
You can't make your fortitude if your head is gone.
And she will actually just, bite down on the head and rip it off and toss it to the side. And then is another zombie down. Victor!
Okay.
Victor! 5 hit points, Victor. No healing right now, Victor.
Gotta bring him down. Legolas, bring him down.
That is the kicker. That is like the killer on this one, is not being able to, to heal.
Victor wouldn't run away. He's going to use my bonus action to disengage. I'm going to come to the other side of these guys.
Okay.
So I'm not in range of him, and I'm going to use my cantrip.
Sword burst.
Sword burst.
Okay, and what is that again? It's a dexterity
saving throw of 14 because it uses
They
charisma.
both fail.
So does the hex help at all? No.
Yeah, it does an extra
It does, but it does
1d6.
necrotic.
They don't have resistance to necrotic.
So then it's necrotic damage, so that's an extra 1d6.
Poison, disease. Piercing?
Not disease, actually, apparently. For
I'm
the
gonna add a epic dice to the damage roll, which is an additional
Skeleton
5.
Knights. That's what we're going to call them. Not Skeleton Knights. Skeleton Knights.
11
total for the sword burst damage.
11 for the sword burst.
And then for the guy with the hex on him, I don't know. Or I'm just going to use one of these. I'm not actually using epic die, I'm just rolling it. 2.
Skeletons are gender neutral.
2 additional ones. I can't tell.
So 13 total. You take out that skeleton knight. That's number 4, right?
Number 2.
Hang on. Hang on just a second. Number 2.
B.
There we go. Never mind. That's the freshest one.
The freshest of the rotting skeletons.
Yep. Anything else, Victor?
So I've used my bonus. See that? Move. I think that's it.
Okay. Fred.
Hooray!
Yeah. Well, can you still, if you disengage, that counts for your whole turn?
Yeah, you
right?
can still move around.
You can still move away and not take opportunity attacks. So you have 30 feet of movement still, because you've only used 10.
Do they seem like I've got their attention on me, or are they still?
Technically, you are the threat. Yeah.
All right, then I'm going to get.
I would say if you dance away enough that they
I'm gonna still act threatening, and I'm gonna go through the door this way. But I'm not. I'm just basically gonna try and keep their attention. I'm not gonna run far enough away that they can't see me.
Can you give me a quick performance check? I just want to.
Sure.
Because if we are getting you out of line of sight so that they can't see you,
They can
or
see through the
close.
crevasse.
Oh,
He's
my
not going around the
brain,
side.
it's so big and juicy. Come and get it.
That was a 2. With performance, that's +2, so 4.
Yeah, we'll see how that
He's not
goes.
out of line of sight.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
just
how scrumptious this brain is. Come
it's
get
a matter
it.
of tactics. If he's taunting them, then
Victor,
there's
what are you doing? What? Why are you wanting them to eat your brain?
Because they're over there and I'm over here.
Hey, Fred.
All right.
I wish there were taunt.
I will attack first.
Here's hoping.
That was
Number
marking in 4th edition,
Yeah.
where it'd be a -2 if you attacked anything else, right? Technically, your fist is sort of
I'm
like
sorry,
a pseudo.
I bumped this, so I need to reroll it again
Okay.
because I did not see what it was. That is a 26.
26 will hit, and this is on number 4. Is that right?
Number 4, please.
Okay.
For 14.
That's enough to take him down.
Yes.
And I already rolled, and I rolled a natural 1 on that undead fortitude.
Okay, so now you can roll, or now you can heal, or no?
Yes.
He explodes.
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
you will be able to heal.
I will now attack number 3.
Number 3.
Now, if they die, does the
Was
effect
a
go away?
29 to hit.
29 will hit.
Stay like so.
For a 14 again.
14, okay.
And third attack will be a
Third attack.
28 to hit.
28
Can your
will
next
hit.
character be from Wisconsin? And...
Oh yeah, don't you know?
Yeah. Don't you
That is for a 12.
12 damage, okay.
Oh, just move over just a
we
skosh.
will add in.
That's psionic.
Yes.
Let me squeeze through here.
There's a lady on
D8 +4.
TikTok that does pick-up lines in that accent, and it's
Which
hilarious.
is a 9.
9.
Did you fall from heaven, eh?
Okay.
Hang on. Now, it's enough to take that one out.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Number 3?
Yep.
Huzzah!
Clearing the field. Clearing the field.
And then yes, as my bonus action, I will use second wind
Okay.
to regain 1d10 plus 12 hit points.
Perfect. And then, do you want
which
to...
was full, so 22.
Nice. Do you want to move, or you want to stay there?
Yes, let's use my full movement to get over. Let's see. I have 40 feet of movement. I just want to go over by the baddies.
How long does your telekinetic leap last? Is it
I
1
think
minute?
once- I think it's once it's used, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's just a use. Okay.
I do have like telekinetic movement, but I already used an energy die for this turn, so I can't do that again.
Yeah, so yeah, 40 feet could get you to those other 2.
Yeah, let's do that.
And go like right here?
Yeah, that's great. I was rereading some of my notes. Goes to orphanage. Fred goes to orphanage and reads super scary stories to kids.
Yeah.
I forgot that she read scary stories to him.
That might be like why Muck was like, I remember you.
You gave me nightmares for a week.
Ava is going to go next.
It was
She's going to move up and pull the dwarf away as well.
Okay.
And then she's going to stand in front of them, just kind of
menacing.
menacingly. She's just standing there.
With her
menacingly.
hit
One
point.
HP and 12 temps.
Yeah. I didn't hear no bell. Bolt, it is your turn.
Hey, I want to try to do something cool.
in the ring for 3 minutes.
I want to move 5, 10, 15 right here.
Okay.
And I want to try to kick the wall. And I'm going to use, at the same time, Thunder Wave on the wall. And I want to blast rubble at these 2.
Okay.
And I can see over the wall.
Yeah.
So I want to like try to...
So first of all, the zombie does not hit you with its opportunity attack. Important to note.
I know you're worried
Yeah,
about that.
I just basically, it's just like, it can be like hanging on going...
So what is the Thunder Wave DC?
Okay. Well, does it do anything to... It says unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away by the spell's effect.
So what we're going to do is we're going to roll... If you give me an epic die to kind of facilitate this amazing... We're basically going to say that any failure is a critical hit against these guys.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so it is a Constitution saving throw
Okay, con
of
save.
17.
The skeleton fails,
Yay.
and the zombie fails.
The Skeletonite.
The skeletonite fails, so they both
Okay.
fail.
They take 2d8 thunder damage.
So 4d8 thunder damage because we're critting on this.
Yeah.
And then if you'd like to pour that other epic die in there, you can.
Yeah. Fine.
I do like consuming epic dice.
So that is a 21
21 total?
total damage.
Well, the zombie is completely destroyed.
Yeah, one of the big like rocks just
Yeah, crushes
lands
it.
on him.
Yep. Knocks it over, crushes the head, kind of
Yep.
thing. The Skeleton Knight is now looking worse for wear. And let's... Let's remove that piece of rubble and replace it with this, like, slanted one. So it's, like, there's less rubble there. Like, flip it around so it looks like you kicked the wall down a little bit more there. There you go. So it's more open. Yep. Because nobody's over there anyway.
Well, and I would argue that these are not very secure because they are ruins, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You ruined my
anything else
ruins.
that you'd like to do?
No, that's, well, let's see. I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And
Okay.
we'll get right up next to him. So yeah, I'll just come like just kick through, fling the rubble, and then keep running in.
Okay. The last zombie is going to actually hit the lizard folk as he walks up to it again, getting through the last of those temps. Saving throw success for Dornaloon.
Dornaloon.
Skeleton Knight dead. Thug.
Dornaloon.
That's
I
a
thought that was the
second
halfling.
failure on
Yeah.
Baldwin. The halfling's going to throw a rock.
Oh, sorry. No, this one was Dornaloon.
Yeah, the human, the not
Here
the
I
human.
am.
And is going to hit again on the zombie.
Rock attack.
For another 1 damage. I did something. Okay, Skeletal Knight number 2 is going to kind of stumble to the side, and then just going to take 3 swings at Bolt. The highest of which is the only one that's probably going to hit, and that is a 25.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. 14 damage.
So the funny thing is this effect is pretty nasty, but in reality, each round is 6 seconds. So it only you can't heal for 6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's
You
supernatural healing, like
Yeah,
healing
yeah.
magic, right?
Yeah.
The dwarf makes his save this round, which is great. And then we're back up to the top. The goblin is going to rush in, actually stab.
He's Russian now?
Yes. Just do 4 damage to the zombie and back away. And then the lizard folk is going to hit and hit.
Rawr.
I think between the 3 of them, they've got that zombie. Yeah. Yep. Able to take that one down. So that last zombie gets ripped apart by the 3 working over in tandem. So we can remove that last zombie. Victor, it's your turn.
All right.
Let's finish this.
Victor is going to steady his aim, and I'm going to
Steady, old boy.
get me advantage on throwing it at this dude.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my... Do I have sharpshooter? Yes, I think I do.
Is that what you picked up with sharpshooter?
Make sure. Let me make absolutely sure. Sharpshooter, yes, I did.
Okay. So -5.
-5, but plus 10 to attack damage. So... I rolled a 9 and a 5.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 9.
95?
No.
Oh!
So 5 minus 5 would be so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's a 3 plus my hit to hit, and I'm going to add a epic dice to the hit. So that's an additional 3.
So 6 plus your hit bonus.
6 plus my hit bonus, and this is going to be with what's it called? The Moonfang. So that's going to be an 11.
6 plus 11
Mhm.
is 17.
17.
That is not enough.
I don't know. Boom. And then as the blade goes flying past and obviously misses, I'm going to use my bonus action to switch places and attack him.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because I didn't use movement,
That doesn't count as movement.
Doesn't-
Yeah, you're good. Yep.
but I think that's only on one attack for steady aim. On your next attack roll, yeah. So it's not with advantage. So there's going to be an 8 attacking with the same thing. So that's going to be
I'm assuming no sharpshooter.
no sharpshooter, because sharpshooter has to be thrown. This is more, I'm in melee range, so that'll
8
be
plus 11 is
Yeah.
going to hit. Yeah.
okay. And then we're going to do actions that damages.
Get your
A sneak attack, and you
your
get your
hex,
hex as
Yep.
well. Yep.
So that's going to be 2. So that's 9 damage from the dagger.
Okay.
Sneak attack is An additional 31. So
Okay,
it's gonna
40.
be-
And then the 1d6 for Hexblade.
1d6. We're just gonna roll it down clear. I don't know why it's on the opposite side from the web to the other one.
That was weird.
1d6. Wish it was just on the same side every time. So that's an additional 6 damage. Here.
Okay.
You have a hex ring.
Cheers ring out from the crowd as Victor teleports in and slices the head off the last skeleton.
If
Skeletonite, sorry.
it's permissible,
Skeletonite.
I want it to be like the when he switches places. You know the scene where Black Widow puts her legs around the person's neck
Oh, yeah.
and like flips them around. Except he's going to do it with the daggers between his legs and just
Nice.
have
Perfect.
that go. He's going to hit the ground pretty hard, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, so cheers ring out for a little bit, and then everything
My 5
quiets
hit
down,
points.
and the voice comes
Down
in
your
and says,
box.
Yeah.
congratulations on your well-deserved win. And I'm glad to see that there's more challengers that wish to partake in our tournament.
And who are we speaking to?
The shadowy swirls start fading away, and a very tall, thin man that you recognize from the statue outside stands up. His face is pale, and he looks a little like emaciated himself. But he is. He goes, "I am Ponderock Stolly."
I recognize you from some stories.
Well, I'm glad that I am still known. Now, if you wouldn't mind, there are other matches that need to be done. If you wouldn't mind waiting in your chambers, we'll get to your next match shortly.
What if we don't want to do another match?
Oh, the 4 of you that jumped in are free to leave whenever. The others are bound until they win their freedom.
And why are they bound?
The halfling actually walks over to you and she pulls out a charm necklace, and she says, "It's magically binding. We can't leave. It's 100 feet is as far as we can get away from the arena before
But
teleporting
did you
right back."
agree to be?
No. Why would we agree to that?
Well, I don't know. I thought maybe you were given something in return.
Yeah, like some angel blood.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, that is
The
a prize,
attitude.
sure, but no, it's literally we got captured and we're fighting for our freedom.
How many more matches?
Well, we'll have one match with the other team so that you can get to see what they're like, and then we'll put you against each other.
Against each other.
Yes. If they win, whoever the winner in the next match is.
So, like, us versus all of her and her friends?
No. Just, if you wouldn't mind.
That's,
I will show
sorry,
you.
this is Scott
Yeah.
being confused.
So there's
What do you
another
mean
team.
by-
There's another living team.
Right.
They're going to do another match, and then the winner of that match will fight you guys.
It's a bracket.
It's a bracket. Classic tournament bracket.
Bracket.
Okay.
Okay? But you guys will be able to take a short rest as you...
We need to make plans. Anyone have any explosives?
So, is anybody going to, like, leave the arena otherwise, or are you guys going to go out with the other team and kind of, like, help them pick themselves back up? With this team, sorry.
Now, can we surmise that if we don't go to like the holding pen area or wherever this team is being held, can we join in the next time they come out and fight?
You absolutely could. You also have a bunch of unconscious people that need to be dragged in there and
Victor
healed
will
up.
walk
and-
up to Ava and the rest and say,
Listen. It probably will be in your best interest if you let us fight on your behalf. As you can see, we are pretty good at it.
You would do that?
You can get your freedom, but we get the rest of the spoils.
Yeah, that's fair. My people's freedom is all I care about.
Then we have an accord.
So when Ponderox Stolly comes out, how close are we?
You're probably about 20 feet from...
We can like move over as he's talking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like when you're within like the closest distance from the VIP, it's like 20 feet up and
Okay,
and back.
I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Sure. What is the saving throw on that?
It is a Wisdom saving throw of 17.
Wisdom 17. He does make his save. So his attention turns to you, and you can just hear in your mind as he says, searching around for something in particular.
Just curious what your motives are.
Entertainment, of course. That's all I have left in this life. Or on life. Now, he says out loud, please vacate. So Ava and the
I'll help carry.
castaways came.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you guys enter into your little
I'll put the dwarf
cubby-
in the Bjorn.
Yeah. Because the round is over, we'll just say that the saving throws, everything's fine. There's
The other
no...
team's John
There's no
Burns
deaths.
and the kid we just adopted.
Yeah.
And
So as the gate comes down on your end, you hear the announcer start up again. And as he does, Fred, you feel that kind of pain.
Yeah.
That little psionic pain again. And you start to feel a little bit more familiar. The announcer comes back. Stolly comes back and says, now it's time to meet our other new team. And this one seems far more organized. Hailing from Aneria and seeking their freedom and the blood of the divine, I give you Belgraph Bloodbane and the Brotherhood of Neve.
No.
As the gate rattles open, soldiers come marching out. They wear similar clothes to the Arcanum.
Groan to this?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
They wear similar
know them?
clothing and armor to the
My
Arcanum,
brother.
though the style and fit is more militaristic and intimidating than the outfits worn by the peacekeeping group. At their head is a man in heavy armor and a full helm on his head carved with a single diamond-like eye in the center. He carries a large halberd with a crescent moon-shaped blade and has perfect posture. This is, in fact, Fred's third brother, Bell.
Bell.
And he does actually turn his attention towards your gate, and his voice enters your mind, and he goes, hello, sister. We found you at last. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
dun, 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 dun.
We found you at last.
Family reunion.
Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us. There's a lot more coming in this random little pocket of the Astral Plane, and we will see you next time. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to not gaslight your friends. Don't do that. Don't gaslight people at all. And join our Patreon. Do all the fun stuff, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Cheers.